So picking up where we left off. Jade's first turn as you stare down the Juggernaut. You good, Dan?
Yep.
Okay.
I was originally loaded in Pirate Box, but I loaded in Chrome this time, so I had to do all my pop-outs and stuff.
Oh, fair.
And Abracadabra, I guess.
Perfect. You go ahead and make your attack roll against it as you ready up your short sword of vengeance.
No, whoops. Sorry, I meant Honeysuckle. I hit the wrong one.
Okay.
Can you guys still hear me?
Yep, we can hear you, Jillian.
Okay, good. And the quality's okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just using my my headphones right now because I figured I may as well finish my tea before I go downstairs because it's very probable that I will spill it.
That's fair. Especially if Fergus jumped at you for some reason.
Jillian, you're not supposed to spill the tea.
Listen, the amount of tea I could spill, you guys, you have no idea.
Alrighty, a 21 with Honeysuckle is a miss as your blade ricochets off the edge of its armor, its form twisting to help rebuttal attack back.
With that attack, I will use a charge off of Honeysuckle and turn myself invisible.
Alrighty. You go, Poof. Give me a perception check as you do.
It has true sight. It can still see you.
With a 25 on your perception check, you see the head turn, the eyes shimmer a red color as its body twists, following your movements. Indeed, it would appear to have the capacity to see invisible creatures. Anything else for Jadester?
No.
Alrighty. Up next, we have the mighty Kamashag.
I'll see you later, boss.
God.
Yeah, I'll just, Oh, he's still mounted on me. He's gonna,
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I will wish you moral support. He'll just hide round this corner. No, maybe this corner. Just give everyone a little impish thumbs up. And I guess he'll turn invisible. He doesn't know it doesn't work.
I don't suppose I could get around the other side for flanking. It's awfully narrow.
It is very narrow with his present positioning. Let me take a look here. This would be a squeeze space, the whole area behind him. It's about a half a square thick.
Right, so it'd be difficult terrain, basically.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay, I won't do it then. I'll just hope for the best. I will come. Can I stand there, between the barrel? I'm just trying to find a spot where. Well, I'll go there. That gives everyone enough space, and I can get there easily enough.
Oh yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Worst case, you gotta jump
right.
the boxes for difficult terrain, but you've got the movement. You're 2 feet from them, as they say.
Gotcha. I am gonna do what I do best, and I'm gonna attack him. I'm gonna try to, anyway. I'm gonna stick with force damage because that seems to be doing good for me. If it hits. Oh, it's not gonna hit.
With a
Okay,
20,
let's
as
try
you swing
again.
your blade down, it ricochets off those knuckles.
Oh, I don't know if a 22 is gonna hit either.
The same happens as it brings the other hand around to knock the blade a second time, parrying your attacks.
Yeah.
The third one, however, you notice an opening right underneath and give a swing. So go ahead, roll your damage as you connect with a 30. I mean, a 20 and a 22, sure, I can dodge those. A 30, 33 points of slashing damage with force on top. Can't believe I couldn't get the word force out. That's pretty sad.
Oh, that happens. All right. Give me 2 seconds here.
Alan, you really had to force it out.
Darn right I did, John.
Is it holding a weapon?
It is a weapon. There's nothing to disarm off of it specifically.
Okay.
That's not true.
If you're interested on seeing what sort of armaments it has, you can take a quick moment to give a perception check to see if Flux notices anything. By the end of its turn, you'll see them all, though.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll use Distracting Strike. So when you hit with a weapon attack, you can spend 1 superiority die and add the total to the damage roll, and the next attack roll against the target by an attacker other than you has advantage if the attack is made before the start of your turn.
All right.
Oh, wait, well, maybe I'll do Goading. Just 1 second.
Yep. One-on-one boss fights. That's when those maneuvers of yours really start to be a pain in my ass. That's really when your maneuvers start to shine. That's what I mean. Shine, yes.
No, I'll do Distracting Strike. So there's no roll to save, but I will add a d12 of damage. Of course. And the next attack, as long as it's not me, has advantage. Can I also Action Surge, please?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Thank you. I will try again. Okay. Just reading some of my other maneuvers because I have some options here. Okay, can I use another superiority die with precision attack on that one, please?
Yep.
Okay, thank
Your
you.
33 hits. 20's gonna be
Yeah,
something.
well, we'll see 20 plus what?
24 is a hit.
Oh, it is. Oh, thank God. That was a really bad roll. Okay, and then I have one more. Okay, so I got confused because I saw the d12 there right before I rolled that. 31 is a hit, right?
Yep, 31 is a hit.
Yeah, it seems like his AC is either 23 or 24.
Yeah.
And 28 for your next shot.
No, this is damage. Sorry, I rolled the 3
Oh, no,
times.
that's what I
and they
meant.
were-
Sorry. The 28 and the 27 for the 2.
Gotcha. Okay, and let me just double check if precision adds to the damage. I think it does, but I'm just gonna double check. No, it doesn't. It's just the add to hit. May I also throw my dancing sword and try to hit with that?
By all means. A 31 is a hit.
Sure. Good damage. That's it for me.
Alrighty. And after you, it is Nimbar's turn.
Actually, it's Jade's turn.
Oh, right, second Jade's turn. And what's
You have
that initiative?
advantage.
14. And before that, Jade, on top of that, since you're next in the initiative order, you also have Bardic Inspiration right now. As a bonus, any creature other than the invisible Bellamy who has 15 on her initiative. Gains an inspiration die, a d8. For the next 10 minutes, you can add that ability to one ability check, attack, roll, or saving throw. We add it after seeing the roll, but before knowing the outcome. So you get a 1d8 for the next 10 minutes. So for this fight, yeah, you know, it's her inspiration. She always gives one out every turn.
Yep, I'm gonna abracadabra, because that's what I'm good at.
Alrighty, so you go ahead and give it a stab. A 28 is a hit as Honeysickle drives home.
Wait, Jillian,
Mm-hmm.
you're saying, did he have advantage or?
Yeah, he rolled at advantage. It says
Oh, he
in
did.
the-
Never
yeah.
mind. I'm dumb. Don't mind me. I only saw one dice.
Oh, it's okay.
So you go ahead and roll up that sweet, sweet damage. 9 points from Honeysickle base. That brings it up to 12 for the flying sword. He clicked on the flying sword. 12 points for your extra from the blade itself. And now for your sneak attack. So that's 42 points of damage for the hit. As the Juggernaut is looking injured as you start cutting into its metallic form.
And you said going beside it or around it is a squeeze?
Yep. Alright. Anything else for your turn?
No, that's it for me.
Okie dokie. At the end of your turn, the entire Juggernaut is going to burn 3 legendary points in order to trigger something dangerous. As you notice, the 2 cannons attached to its chest change from their blue tint to a dangerous red glow. It screams as a single beam of energy fires out from it in a gigantic wave, carrying a full 180 degrees from the north here to the south here. As this incinerating beam fires out, 150 feet long. Everyone give me dex saving throws, because I think all of you were within range of that.
150 feet?
Yep.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Except Bellamy, I have her hiding over here. Because, well, she's not actually here to defend herself. But I'll definitely give out her Bardic Inspiration once a turn, and it happens right before... Well, it happens after Flux's turn, right before Nimbar's. Yep. So, if anybody wants to change it next turn, let me know. I can shift that around if it's a team decision. But that's pretty much the only thing I'm going to do with Ghost version of her. So...
Hang on, just looking at them. Just, does anyone want a D6? I don't know if it'll help me or Nimbar.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll save it.
Jade passes. And do you have that evasion ability that means you take no damage?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Just wanted to make sure. The rest of you fail. You take a grand total of 64 points of radiant damage as the beam tears through everything in its function. Similar in capacity to a destructive beam that our wizard friend likes to use very often.
Do I... So did you say my 21 is a fail?
Your 21 is indeed a fail.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm gonna try rolling it again.
Okie dokie. Oh, right, because you've got that Indomitable Fortitude.
I do, yeah. I just can't... it doesn't activate till I know what the result, so...
Yep. When you lose, you may not lose.
Yeah.
Alright,
With,
I
with
just
a
need...
+9. Holy fudge.
Yeah, I took Resilient for Dexterity.
A 24, unfortunately, is still a fail against the Incineration Beam.
Gotcha.
I'm just checking something real quick.
However, you will note, steam seems to be pouring out of either of those 2 pipes now, as it seems to have overheated whatever caused that attack. You may not have to feel the brunt of that again for a little while. The DM says as he holds up a d6 saying recharge, recharge. Nimbar's turn.
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking something real quick.
Oh, no worries,
Alright.
bud.
So I take 64 damage.
Radiant, if anyone's got anything against radiant damage.
Only Bellamy, I think.
Yep. And I ducked her behind a corner since she knows she can't interact. But then if she can't interact, there's probably no need to duck her behind a corner. But you know, I don't think Courtney would take chances, right?
Yeah.
Well, then again,
Let's
she
just
might
try-
stand there and be like, I'm gonna let it hit me, it ain't gonna do nothing. Alright.
Let's try and make it burn one of its legendary resistance.
Wisdom savings throw. Oops. Let me switch my rolls back to private, because you know. What's a DC 25 on that?
Yeah.
Well, you can tell as you attempt to grip that it definitely has advantage on the roll. But you definitely caught it off guard for that brief moment, so indeed, it has to use a legendary resistance in order to prevent failure on the roll.
What? I'm so surprised.
Boss monster
However-
flexes up a bit.
Who would have ever thought? And then Nimbar will duck around the corner.
Save me!
Oh my word.
Actually,
Alrighty.
no. That's not true. I need to see it, so we'll actually just stay there. Now
And
it's his turn.
The Juggernaut's turn. Though its eyes were clearly dead set on Jade, Flux pulled the aggro. What more is there to say? I think that's pretty fair, right? What I'm going to need, however, is everyone to give me a wisdom savings throw
Everyone.
as it roars in pure rage and anger as I twist its normal abilities around a little bit.
Wisdom.
A mechanical roar in a rage like you've never heard.
Uh-oh.
This is a fear-based effect for those of you who are defensive to fear in any way.
That's an atrocious roll.
What's Bellamy's Bardic Inspiration die?
It's a
D8 you
Eight.
said earlier.
I have it on my screen on the right. I'm just like, it's a D behind my microphone. Had to peek over it. Oh, I miss
Okay.
being able to use my mic arm.
I'm gonna add that to this.
Alright.
And just to confirm, this isn't a spell, right?
Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
I assumed. I just had to ask.
So I got a 23 total. I used my wheel.
And I'm at 21 total.
You are all terrified of this towering terror before you. You are all frightened until the start of his next turn.
Can I use my last Indomitable to see if I pass?
You're more than welcome to.
Can I also use just my regular inspiration that I have to roll an advantage?
Yeah? Pull an Indomitable with advantage. DM gives a nod. Wipes a tear from his eye and he goes, I think she can do it. Super advantage, that's
know.
what this is.
I think Foundry's still gonna fuck me, but we'll see.
With a 28, because she rolled nat 20, because a 25 would not have been enough. Flux is no longer under any fear effect and is in fact immune to it, just like dragon fear. Probably gritting her teeth and saying, I've seen worse in my days. You ever stare down a red dragon while it's mad at you because you stole pie off of its shelf? I have. But that's not going to stop the Conqueror Juggernaut from its next actions as it moves forward. Jade is more than welcome to take that attack of opportunity.
Can I? Because I'm feared of it? Afraid?
You're just frightened. That means you can't get any closer to it. There's other disadvantages with frightened as an ability. Let me pull it up for the definition. You have basically disadvantage on ability checks. Here we go. Disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. So, you still have advantage, but you also have disadvantage. They cancel each other out, and you cannot gain either on this roll, essentially, since you're afraid of it.
Alright. I'll take a shot at it.
Jade gives a swing as it walks out of his fray. And you all cross your fingers and hope it nails it, because that's another sneak attack.
Would it be a flat roll because he had advantage in the position that the
Yep.
Juggernaut? Okay, cool.
Completely canceled out. He cannot gain or lose advantage on this roll because of
Right.
it. Oh, I thought that was going to be a nat 20 watching that digital die. Did that look like
I was
that for everybody
hoping.
else too?
Yeah, I saw it too.
Like jiggled at the top of the screen. 22. Damn it.
Yeah.
A 16, unfortunately, is a miss against the Juggernaut as it makes its move. For its first attack of 3, it's going to change it up a bit. I'm going to need an athletics or an acrobatics check from Alec, because the Kintyre Juggernaut is attempting to grapple you. Reaching out one of those gigantic hands to simply grab you.
Okay.
What's probably the absolute most terrifying is how quick this thing moves with those gigantic legs. A 23. I'm gonna have to roll pretty high on this.
Hang on. I
accidentally typed roll 20 instead of 1d20, and I was like, I got a 20. No, that's not fair.
Alright,
Alright.
okay.
I've done my roll. If you had anything you wanted to do with that one.
No, I was just checking what my ring of free action does. But its magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. This is not magic.
So if you're all sort of curious how this one turns out, I've got a nice picture for this situation, perfectly done. Because he used athletics, not acrobatics, Alec managed to hold off with raw strength. Because I think that's a good picture, sums it up nicely.
That's probably pretty close to what Alec looks like. Bearded and no hair. Oh
The creature
dear.
looks angry, however, as it leans forward and towers over you, and the two cannons underneath its chest you see glow purple for a moment, though they still smoke.
Smoking's bad for your health.
It fires both of its eldritch turrets at you. What's your AC? 22?
Yeah, 22.
The first one seems to backfire and just misses. The second one, however, that one's nailing you. Straight in the face.
He's actually over there.
Oh man. Oof. Okay, so like I rolled a 2, a 3, and now a 2 again. So, you know, the game really doesn't want me to win today, so...
Jade, you can have advantage.
The gigantic blast flies through the air, creating a massive hole in the wall. You think Lady Luck is definitely on your side for the sheer amount of damage capacity this thing could do. It would have clearly knocked you on your ass, without a doubt.
Oof, boy.
John, that might be better going to Flux because it's just gonna flat roll me again.
Oh, and
Right.
you can.
And I can't get... Well, no, I get sneak attack because someone's within 5 feet.
You can't get closer.
Oh, right, yeah. If you can't get
Because you're
closer, then yeah.
frightened.
Flux, you have advantage.
Alec's turn.
Okay,
Thank
so I'm
you.
going to use my bonus action to use my wild shape to go into my star form. I'm going to do a quick Super Saiyan transformation.
That's an
Final
oxymoron.
Alec.
Quick Super Saiyan transformation? That doesn't make sense.
I know, I realised what I said. I've embarrassed myself.
3 Sundays later. Okay, Alec has completed his transformation.
This isn't even my final form. Ah!
Juggernaut pats at the side of the hole, another Juggernaut comes up, and then 3 more, and all 5 transform into one big guy.
I'm going to choose the form of the Chalice.
Wonder Twins power activate. Form of the Chalice.
Chalice. Okay, and so that gives me a little boost to my my healing stuff, and I will do. I think I'll do a mass cure wounds on everybody.
Sorry, did you say everybody or every bloody?
Everybody.
Okay.
Because we're all bloody after that attack, eh?
Just a little.
Oh.
Okay. I thought it was 5th level. I think it's 6th level. No?
That award's just for Dean. The Quality Pun Award.
Right, so oh boy, not the most sterling roll in the world, but we all get back 19.
Oh, you cast a spell?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And you're in close range to him? Hang on before everybody gets that health back.
Uh-oh.
Roll me a concentration check. As you note, its eldritch turrets seem to have the capacity to drain magic.
Okay, concentration check.
Oh! Dean's like, nah, I'm gonna roll an 18 on that, 28 total. You're able to weave your magical, mystical, natural arts. Ooh. Sandy got me coffee, it just went down the wrong way. Oh, I love coffee. You're able to weave your mystical, magical arts of the druidic ways and hold off against the weird power this monstrosity has, able to hold your magic instead of having it absorbed by the creature. You can stealth standing within this close of range to it, at least 5 feet, maybe even further out than that. Casting a spell could result in it absorbing the spell, and at that point, Sardior only knows what could happen.
Okie dokie.
Sorry, is
Alright,
it that
was
when
close.
you said that's when like you right next to it, or just whenever a spell's cast at it?
Well,
Right
you cast a
next to
spell
it.
at it earlier, and you were far enough away from it that there was no effect.
Okay.
Alec, being right beside it, totally triggered it. So you know the range is at least 5 feet. But no more than 15, because in its 20, because of its previous position, it couldn't reach you.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got another 2d8 plus 7 to apply to someone. Yeah, you're lower, Nimbar, but it feels like it's gunning for me, so I'm tempted to put it on myself.
Do it. Keep yourself
I'm not-
alive.
Okay. So let's see. We'll do. Did that roll? I heard some dice twinkle. Okay,
You got a
right.
13 total.
Oh, a 5 and a 1. Okay. Goody. Right. And then that'll be my turn. Because I've used all my actions, and if I move, it's gonna smush me. So we'll leave the round with one shiny boy.
Jade's turn. He's gonna biff a dagger at him for a sneak attack. You watch.
Yeah, I honestly not prepared to attack someone without being able to go, hey, honeysuckle.
And the sword's like, holy crap, that is one big guy there. You're gonna have to fight him. You can be careful, man. He's out of range. Good, good. Honeysuckle apparently failed its saving throw, too.
You know what? Since I'd be at disadvantage anyways... Toll of the Dead. DC 17 Wisdom save.
Yes.
It passes its savings throw. It unfortunately ignores the Toll of the Dead.
Not yes.
Oh, well, there wasn't... If I made any kind of attack, it would have been disadvantaged, so I'm like, let's just try this.
Oh no, I absolutely agree, and I think you did the right choice. But
Oh, yeah. Hey, it wouldn't be a boss fight if it was easy. But players all going on to level 20. I'm like, I'm gonna make this last fight count.
Yeah, and that's it for my turn.
Alright, as Jade's turn comes to an end, Kamashak leans his head around the shoulders like, you can do it!
But before they start, do I get... Is the fear just until his turn, or do I get to make another save?
Until the start of his turn. I'm only going to make it effective for a single round of combat, instead of having it be a continual effect.
Oh, okay, I just wanted to double check.
Yep. So it'll be done
Sorry.
by the time you get your next turn.
I just, I was closing the apps on my phone and I realized that.
No worries. Meanwhile, Jillian has Flux, the only person not terrified, with advantage and wielding a giant flippin' sword, so I think I know that this is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Well, it might. We'll see. I never get cocky with your fights, Alan. I'm just gonna turn the AC on really quick, Dean, in case you're wondering. It's starting to get a little warm in here.
Admittedly, it's not
fucker.
always me. Sometimes it's just the dice.
Oh, it's unplugged. Oh, never mind. I'm not gonna bother that.
Well, I just unplugged it last night and to charge my phone.
No, that's fine. I thought it was gonna take a second and then it ended up taking too long. Didn't want to hold up the game.
I got me one of those
All right.
smart plugins in the wall. I got my
So-
AC plugged into it, so now it's a smart AC.
Nice. Oh, very nice. So, John, I've not had this ability before, I don't think, from Silvery Barbs. Is it just my first attack that I have advantage on? Like, I think I have flanking anyway, but I just want to make sure that I know
Yeah.
what the rules are.
yeah, it's just the first attack.
Oop, that's the wrong one. You know what? I'll roll that one at advantage anyway. Because then if I attack with that one first...
Oh wow, I'm wrong. So Silvery Barb actually read. Then you can choose a different creature you can see within range. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Oh.
The big point is next, so it gets used up right away.
Yeah, but like that's good to know.
Oh yeah, balance that out with Courtney's Bardic Inspiration and all those other abilities, and you can really do some nasty crap on a roll.
Yeah.
And Boss is like, I pass. I still got a couple of those left, so I pass. What the hell are they trying to do to me? Oh my. Alright, so of course, a 31 is definitely a strike, as the Kintyre's back is clear and open to Flux, as the dice seem to always follow the way that my stories go. Ugh. Though sometimes they want my stories to end quicker. Lay off the damage so high. You rolled a 5 and a 6 on the 22 points, as you carve into its back. 3 swings remaining.
That's right. And I still have advantage on these ones, though, because I'm flanking with Alec, right?
Oh yeah, it don't matter that he's terrified, you're good.
Gotcha.
Flux, save me!
Oh, sorry, I forgot to roll advantage on that one. I'll roll another d20.
Alright, so they all hit. Just roll your dice. Roll your damage.
Oh, they
Just-
do? Oh, hang
just
on.
do it.
Let me roll 1d20 to see if I get a nat 20 again.
I never get to kill a player.
I do not.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
So,
you roll
24
up your-
hits.
Yep. You roll up your damage for those 3 whacks.
Oh, it's the slasher feat comes in every time I hit with my swords because it's slashing anytime. So he always has, as long as I'm hitting him, his movement's reduced by 10. I forgot to mention it in this fight.
Alrighty.
He
just
doesn't
doing the
seem
math.
like he's going to be able to move much, is the thing.
83 points shaved off. And I don't trust Foundry, so I've been doing the math myself now manually.
Yeah, that's okay. It does give me extra rerolls, and I think I have because of my great weapon master thing. Like, I think it will keep rerolling when maybe it shouldn't.
Foundry's a little messy. That's the only problem.
Yeah.
It works well enough, though, to do a lot of the basic math, thank God. I learned that. Our game the other week, everyone's like, I roll so many dice, and we're all just like, okay, 2 plus 2, 4, plus 8, plus 6, plus 3, plus 2, plus 4. Got it. Holy. I'm playing a monk next time. They're a lot more fun. Definitely playing a monk. Gonna be a silly little monk with stunning strike, and that's it. And he's gonna be halfling, and he can get in, hit, and get out of there. And I'll call him Tommy Oliver again.
So you're making a handsome monk?
Yes,
he's-
very handsome. All my
He's
points.
stunning?
I'm gonna put everything into charisma, and my other stats will be regular, which means he'll be weak in one regard, but I don't care because he's gonna be pretty. But I digress. You still have your flying sword if you want to take a chip at him with that one.
No, that was my first attack, the one that had advantage.
Oh, right. We got that slapped
Because
on.
typically my sword wouldn't have advantage, but because I actually kind of did it by accident because I hit flying sword instead of Cyrtus's rage. But then when I hit flying sword first, I was like, oh, that's actually really smart because I have advantage on the other one, so I may as well use my bonus action first.
That's a good way to do it, actually. Get that bonus.
Yeah, that's really smart.
I did it by
Again.
mistake, but I discovered something awesome.
It was a happy accident.
That is science at its finest. Well done, Jillian.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that one, for God's sakes, and that's really good. Because there's no way to give that thing advantage otherwise. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Did we get the
awesome.
damage roll for that one earlier? Oh, yeah, there it is, 20.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
I
it was-
slapped that in.
Yeah, that was the one with really high damage.
Alrighty. So, I'm assuming you got nothing else on your turn.
No. Well, no. I was
Alright.
thinking about using second wind, but I can't anyway because I used my bonus action with my sword.
Bellamy's turn. Who would be getting bardic inspiration?
Any of the frightened people, not me.
Not me.
Well, the frightened's going to wear off when it comes around to the Juggernaut's turn. I'll say that much. But if you have disadvantage, having the extra bonus roll might come in handy.
Yeah, I would say not me. Whoever else wants it can have it.
Nimbar? He's got the lowest health.
I would say not me because I don't make the great of use of it.
Jade?
Alright, if you're giving it out.
Jade gets bardic inspiration. Pokes her head around the corner, jumps back in right near where Kamashag is, pats him on the shoulder, but he doesn't even see her. He's just sitting there and he's shaking in his boots like, oh man, I'm happy I don't wear pants.
Probably goes through her hand. Probably goes through him, and she stumbles and looks around and tries to play it off like she meant to do it.
Combs her hair back with one hand like, oh yeah, that was on purpose. Then realizes she's not being watched anyway, so you know. Nimbar.
Yeah, but I'm sure she does that just based off habit.
Rule
alright.
of cool. The rule of
Yeah.
cool.
Can he go ahead and burn another legendary resistance for me, please? I mean, make a will save. Wisdom save.
No, he passes.
Oh, did he? Oh,
His
shit.
ability against magical resistance is incredibly verbose. Its natural ability to simply overcome it quite strong, as it shrugs your magic off.
Do not like.
Now's the Juggernaut's turn. It looks itself over once and gives a mighty roar in defiance before its head once again turns towards Alec. Give me another athletics or acrobatics save as it attempts to grab you.
Dean, why does he really want to hold you?
just have my animal magnetism.
Because
Guys, do
you
you think
left
there's
the
something-
door open.
Guys, do you think there's something going on with the Juggernaut and Alec?
I mean, the Juggernaut really wants to hold them, so yes.
Should I?
Oh, I
That's-
just realized I forgot to boil their eggs, dude. Did that right now.
Oh, that's all right. I had the smoothie instead.
Well,
I know,
that's
but
le-
you can have the eggs for lunch.
That's less than excellent.
Pizza Pops has a Frank Red
Should-
hot sauce. I got them, and I'm gonna have that for lunch. I'm excited. Sorry.
Anyways, do you think I should use inspiration to avoid being grabbed? Will I be able to get that highest score again? I don't know. I think it would be funny if I do. Let's see if it works. Well,
The dice say no today, unless you get an 11. A metallic hand wrapping around your form and picking you up, not too differently from a ragdoll. As the beast moves a step forward and turns its head, because the DM had warned you, you left the doors open. And your character finds themselves being used for his second attack. As the Juggernaut flings you. Give me a dex save. And then marches on Nimbar. And yes, Flux is more than welcome to give me that attack of opportunity as it walks out of your space. You'd have advantage on it, since Dean is still in that space when it's making its moves. So you know. You got a 7 on that dex save for Alec.
Okay, this is some tomfoolery, all right? But hear me out, okay? And I won't be mad if you say no. If I use a superiority die for disarming strike and I hit, can I get him to disarm Alec?
Right now, it's looking badly injured. Your usual damage, let me take a look here, runs between 24 and 35. I'm gonna apply Rule of Cool on this one. Let you take your attack. If you can break 30 damage with a disarming strike on your reaction on that. Wait, can you use disarming strike as a reaction?
It's just when I hit with a melee attack, I believe. I'll read it because
Just in
it's
case.
good to double check.
I have it right here.
When you hit with a weapon attack, yeah.
So if you can break 30 damage total on that attack roll, and you hit first off, but if you can break
if I
30
hit.
damage, I'll let you cut an arm off and save Alec from a fate worse than death.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, I'm sweating.
Because your character can see the future in this brief moment as Alec flies through the air and falls
boy.
down in the holes of those spinning gears.
Oh god. Okay. Oh, 28
28's a
does
hit. You roll that damage. Disarming strike, I believe, since you're using superiority, it gives you the extra dice, right? Let me check.
Yeah, it adds it to the damage.
Yep. So you get a D12.
But he does have to do a strength save, however.
What's the DC on that savings throw?
23 strength.
Alrighty. As Flux sees her friend get picked up and ready to be flung, since that would technically happen after he steps out of range, she roars and charges in the combat, bringing up her blade against the beast's shoulder, saving Alec, who drops to the ground, freed from the grapple. Though he's still got an arm wrapped around him and holding on.
Not my druid, you bitch! Okay.
Oh, that reminds
Nice.
me. I forgot to do a recharge check for that big beam. And he's standing directly in front of Nimbar. With the big beam. It's gonna rise up one of those mighty hands and it's gonna swing it with a big swing right for the wizard's face.
would you describe that as his special beam cannon?
Rocket punch. Jets come out the back of his fist and everything. Comes straight on, because this one is definitely hitting an AC 19. He says out loud in case, you know, the wizard's gonna do something.
I'm thinking about Silvery Barb or not, and it just feels like a waste because he's probably still gonna hit me. But
Sure.
it'll give me advantage on my saving throw.
So, I'll be honest, I have to roll 1 for him to miss.
Oh, I realize.
I don't
But-
normally point that out, but sometimes in some yeah, he hits. He has to
Yeah,
critically
but-
fail, but 5% is 5%, man, I take it. Given that his
It's-
fist is about the size of your character.
Again, I'm looking more for the saving throw for when he throws me into the thing.
You are not wrong. 37 points of bludgeoning damage as your character makes a nice outline on the wall behind you.
You said 37?
37 points.
Ow.
Boy.
And at the end of his turn, the fear effect comes to an end. Alex's turn against the badly injured Juggernaut, looming over the very injured wizard. The one-armed Juggernaut. Give me a perception check.
Sure thing. Perception.
With a 23 on perception, you noticed, first and foremost, that you are still grappled. The mechanical arm wrapped around you has not let go, and to your horror and dismay, you see the gears inside still twisting and turning, stretching and reaching back to try to reconnect where they were disconnected from.
Throw it down. Oh,
What was that? You kind of cut out.
throw it down the hole.
But it is grappling him. If he tosses it down the hole, he's going with it. You'd have to break out of the grapple first if you even wanted to bother to do that. You're grappled by a non-creature entity. Like, it's like being grabbed by something off the wall, as I would sometimes do to you, because, well, Flux cut the arm off, but these monstrosities regenerate.
Better just actually kill him, but at the same time, throw it down the hole.
Well, the killing him poses a problem because I can't really do much. With this whole spell casting thing probably not working. See, do I have anything?
Yeah, why do you think it got real close to Nimbar real quick? Hold monster for the second time. It's like, nope.
But what if it didn't? There was no need to get close to me. I'm just a little forest gnome. I'm not scary. Look, there's a dragon over there.
Oh, well that's okay. I'm just looking for my inventory. I thought maybe I would bust out the bag of beans, but it only does 5d4 fire damage, so that's not worth it. Bear with me. Bear with me. I don't often look through this. Let's see. Maybe? But then you're quite hurt. Ooh, what to do? What to do? What to do? I should really try and heal you, Nimbar, but I'm worried what will happen if it hoovers up my magic. Oh wait, I know. Okay. So it was a concentration check, right?
Yep.
Okay. So. So at the start of my turn, my constellation turns into the form of the dragon, and then I'm going to try and heal Nimbar. So I'll roll a concentration check.
Yep.
So my dragon form lets me treat any roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
So that gives you a 20?
Yeah, and I'll use my I'll boost that with my wheel.
Oh, thank God.
6.
Oh, I'm stressing.
Alright, a 26 is a pass on your concentration as you drop 70 points of healing onto Nimbar.
And
Sorry, how many?
Pardon me.
You said you healed me for 70?
Yep.
yep.
Really? Thank you.
And
Taking a page of inspiration from Lulu's #1 spell.
I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action, so that'll be my turn.
Alright. Now it's Jade's turn, who's no longer under the fear effect.
Yay, abracadabra.
Alright, you go ahead and roll your attack roll as you get in nice and close.
I'm giving you advantage. I may not fight, but I can do that for you.
A 20 is unfortunately a miss.
Oh,
Does attack roll count for bardic inspiration?
yep.
Yeah.
Then I'll use that.
Alright, you give that D8 a roll. Is it a D8? Yeah, D8.
So 24.
A 24 is a hit.
Oh, hey Fergus, why are you in the hall?
Alrighty, so 11 and 2 and 29. 42 points of damage to the Juggernaut from behind as you levy in a strike with Honeysickle. Gives a nod and says, "This guy ain't so bad. Look at him, he's looking like he's near death. We're gonna kick his ass." Any other tricks on Jade's turn?
Nope, that's it for Jade.
Alright. Kamashag continues to cheer the party on from the corner. Flux's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get. That's 5. That's 10. Correct? Is that alright, or do you want me to take like a little bit more movement speed?
Oh, that's fine. You're not going to be doing nothing extra for movement on this turn, I imagine, so don't worry about the boxes.
No,
You've
I'm
got
not.
30
And I'll
feet.
slide my sword over. Well, I will try to.
That reminds me, this dude has a -10 on his feet. Mind you,
Yeah.
it's got like a 60, so that's not too bad for it.
It's
No,
also, like, not able to move very far.
it's
Yeah.
more that it's a thing that I need to remember to say out loud because it just happens when I hit with slashing damage. Okay.
That guy was smart. He just put his arm out in T-pose and starts spinning.
If he was smart, he probably would have hit Flux a few more times, but...
Probs. Well, that wizard and his whole person, if he was really smart, he would have realized he's immune to the paralysis effect, and he would just let it hit him.
Alright.
I love constructs because they're stupid. They're programmed, defend against any attack you fail. I failed, must protect. So 37 is definitely a hit. Oh my god. 26 is also a hit as you cut in with your sword.
I'm taking Nimbar as advantage. That's fair, right?
Oh, God,
I can draw a line through him, yeah.
I just keep like tickling them to distract them, so that we...
The opposite sides rule. Well, it is trying to smash the wizard because the wizard built it new. There's a wizard on the other team. Get rid of it quick. They're usually the weakest. It's health-wise, high damage output. All right, so let's see here. For the damage of 30 and a 29, that's 59 points. 92 points of damage total. As the Juggernaut seems to be collapsing forward, the bright blue glow of the gems inside of it seeming to lose their brilliance. As you levy on one more blow with Torm's Dancing Thunderbolt. Can you go ahead and roll me that attack roll?
Oh, I don't think that... Oh, actually, that might hit.
24 is indeed a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. As it hits 21, and you hear the gears begin to slow and grind to a stop. Give me a perception check. Just Flux.
Oh boy, I'm not... It's gonna explode, isn't it? Just a normal perception.
And do you have either knowledge history or knowledge religion for Flux?
Probably not. She's not a very smart cookie.
Is she a fighter? That's not where they go.
Yeah, what were you asking for? Knowledge or religion?
Either that, or if you want, just give me a straight up wisdom check since you don't have any trained knowledge stats.
Oh, I do. My perception is... Hang on one second, let me double check. That is wisdom based. But I have a survival check.
Nope, this would be for knowledge. Something your character would have learned a long time ago. But I'll let you do a straight wisdom on it, essentially.
Okay. I can do that. My wisdom is +1.
3.
Yeah, I don't think I know what's going on.
Every instinct in your draconic body screams at you to step away as you levy that last shot, and you see a deep, powerful glow appearing in its chest. A single word resonates across your memory, but you can't remember why. Something you've heard in the past about dragons. Something about an awakening. As you see the lights on this thing glow so bright that they turn a bloodfire red, and an explosive amount of energy suddenly erupts. As the Kintyre Juggernaut undertakes a metallic awakening. And rather than being reduced to 0 hit points, its strength increases over again as its body reforges into itself, pulling its arm back and, of course, disengaging Dean's character, Alec, as it rebuilds itself. You also get a feeling that its legendary resistances have restored themselves as it begins to tower higher. But worse than all of that, it immediately takes an action to fire that dreaded chest laser it used earlier, except now instead of being 180 as it's undergone awakening, it's a full 360 barrage. Everyone give me a dex save.
Ugly. Can I pass it? Can I even pass it? Because I only have 9.
Can't pass it. I could get at most 22.
The DC is higher than this, but if you can't break 25, you cannot pass.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't pass.
Actually, I just gave away to DC for those paying attention to previous runs, because Jade passed.
Yeah.
I don't have any Indomitable left, I don't think.
I can't help you, Nimbar, because I used my wheel to pass the con save.
Yeah, I've already used my reaction too.
Yeah.
66 points of damage. Radiant damage as it spins 360 holding both arms up above its head, and roars triumphantly, awakening into a new form. With that, those of you without knowledge arcana are more than welcome to make a roll.
You said it was 66 damage, right?
Yep.
Okay, just want to put that down before I do anything else.
With a 34 on arcana for Nimbar. You're not surprised to see a reaction from Flux, as you've heard of an awakening among the dragons. That very incredibly powerful and old ones. But that's all the info that you have off the top of your head, as a 34 isn't even high enough to get all of everything, which means there's even more. But I mean, it's end of game, epic stuff. With some research, you think you could figure this one out, especially since you have one of the dragonkin on your team, with Flux.
I mean, I'll pass that information along.
The DM leans in and says, there's a cool new ability on dragons, an awakening. It's really strong. This bad guy has it because he's boss level, because, you know, I want it to be fun. But that was an interrupt for their turn at the end of Flux's, which means now it's going to be Nimbar's turn, unless you have something else on your turn, Jillian, for a trick. I say that because it happened when you reduced it to 0.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything.
All right.
Who
gets Bardic Inspiration?
Oh.
And Nimbar, John, as you're rolling that for Nimbar, go ahead, give me a concentration check. It's unlikely that you'll fail because you're built for those, but just in case. You never know.
And just to confirm, it's concentration as if I'm trying to concentrate on a spell, right?
Yep.
Therefore, since I'm a war mage, I have advantage on it.
Yep. Like I said, it's unlikely you fail. With a 29, you do indeed pass and your spell goes off.
Pew.
But who gets that Bardic Inspiration?
Alan, just so that to ease my conscience a little bit, there's no way we could have not unleashed it, right?
No way. It's a trigger at
gotcha.
0. The ability I'm ripping off, I'm going to quote this from the Bronze Great Worm. The Great Worms being dragons that are like the size of mountains and things like that. Referred to as an awakening. For the metallic dragons, specifically, metallic awakening. This is what it gives a dragon.
Yeah, it's this in the Fizzband's book, right? It's kind of their make this end game boss ability.
Yep. This guy's a bit toned down for the awakening, but that's because it's a construct. And given the serial number on the back of the shoulder that Flux could clearly see now that the arm reconnects, you could assume there's more of them.
I'm going to say probably Jade or Flux for the
Flux
inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration to Flux.
And then so that was my bonus action, and then for my action, I don't got much going on, so we're going to use a feature I don't ever use. I'm going to do a cast mind. Which will let me cast Shocking Grasp from the hand.
Mm-hmm.
Is it wearing armor? Made of metal? Like, would I get advantage on this?
I don't think it works on natural armor. Let me double check. I'll give it a Google. By raw, no. Shocking Grasp grants advantage against the targets that are wearing metal armor. The animated armor, a suit of armor, for example, would not have advantage. So I'm going to say no then for a construct. Feel free to look that one up. I gave a very fast Google response for that one, because, you know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Also, technically where I'm attacking from this side and Flux and them are on the other side, can I get advantage through that? You can say
Manifest
no.
Mind doesn't count as an actual physical creature, so...
All right. I
mean-
assumed. I'm trying.
If I'm looking at it from a standpoint of rule of cool, I'd be like, yeah, totally. But if I'm looking at raw, it's like the way I say it, you actually have to be in the space, and that thing specifically says it doesn't count because it's not physically there. It would be more or less. That's a weird one. I'm saying no to save my sanity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's perfectly fine.
You still hit with a 34 for 21 points of lightning damage. I will say.
The coolest part is until my next turn, it can't take reactions.
Is it your...
Oh, it's the start of its next turn. Never mind.
Okay, I got excited there. That
Well,
that
I
helps
missed-
me
I-
out.
I misread that. Sorry. But yeah, that's
Dean was like, I will survive.
Maybe not.
All right.
yeah.
Juggernaut's turn. As it sees Nimbar moving away, it roars defiantly and turns. Seeing Flux, it seems to grant her wish as you see one of those large knuckles suddenly take a twist and a turn as it makes a slam attack at you with them. Whoopsie.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah,
Put that
that was what I wanted.
That's why I did the Mortal Kombat. Whoopsie. If you saw its stats, you can see why that attack hit you, right?
I didn't see its stats.
I saw a flash and then I didn't catch anything in the
I
flash.
was dealing with the eggs when it popped up, so I didn't see it.
It swings a firm uppercut into your character's jaw
Gotcha.
for 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Now, can I ask a question? Just because do I have a reaction at this point or no? Because I did use my opportunity attack, but I'm not sure if it was this round or a previous round. So could you help me out with that one?
He moved on his last turn and you used an opportunity attack. Then it came back around to your turn. So yeah, you have your reaction available.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna parry it and try to reduce that damage.
All right.
It should be a D12 plus 2. Let me just see. I always like to make sure that I mark the superiority die down first before I do anything because I don't ever want to lose track of them.
Flux are very quick to lift the blade up, blocks the oncoming shot, parrying off
great.
some of the damage, but that thing still hits like a semi-truck, so 31
So it
points.
It was 31. Okay.
Well, 34 minus 3, 31.
No, plus 2, so 5.
29 damage then.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Let me just double check here. So if I know my magic's right, making a ranged spell attack while you have someone within range of you imposes disadvantage on the attack, right?
Sure.
Alright, it's been a little while since I've had to worry about that specific of a rule. However, let me just see here.
You can arrange spell attack.
Yep. The classification of those two turrets on its chest that it fires off after it makes a swing, ranged spell attack.
Oh.
They're technically mini eldritch turrets.
So I could do this?
No,
Well,
it's ranged spell attack.
attacks
Is not the same as
different,
casting a spell.
Yeah.
I was hoping, guys.
That was. I'll tip the hat, but it would have to be when you use this, you cast the spell such and such. Ranged spell attack. That just defines all the mechanical natures of it. But if you're in melee range and you make a ranged attack at another target, you get disadvantage on that attack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, like, so long as there's an enemy
It's-
creature next to you, you'll get disadvantage no matter who you target.
Yep, that's what I thought.
The same as using like a bow or something.
So,
Yeah.
he's going to let all three of you take an attack of opportunity who would actually accept Jillian, she's already taken hers, taking a 10-foot step back in order to squeeze into the back corner to open up range as it lowers its two cannons and points them directly at Nimbar, readying a shot. So go ahead and take your attack rolls.
I'll I don't think I have a reaction because it's not been my turn yet.
Oh, have you already used yours?
I used wheel on myself to pass my concentration check.
So Jade. If they let him Abra, then he stabs you. So you know. You go ahead, Dan, if you want to throw out another attack and hit for that sneaky.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, the Juggernaut sees her use a reaction, and it's like, all right, time to take a hit, because I won't get chopped up. And Jade's like, you won't?
Come on, Dad. You can roll over a 10. I believe in you.
Oh!
You see, when Jillian believes in you, you roll 20s. All right, you go ahead and roll your damage on that one. 13 for the attack. 9 for the add-on. And now for the sneaky double dice.
18. D6, right?
I forget how many dice I'm rolling, but we had the issue where critical hits don't actually roll double dice, so I'm just going to do normal dice twice.
Yep. 43 and 27. 70
that one
points.
was creepy.
Really low bulge in the second roll there.
Really did.
Yeah, it's a total of 92 damage that turn.
That's real poopy. As you sledgehammer in and tear a full flank off the back of the Juggernaut, who roars defiantly, but doesn't change their angle of attack, as they turn their mighty eldritch turrets. Which, since you know what, since they've released full power, I'ma show you.
Plus
2
18.
shots. First one's flying at you, and that's a hit, Nimbar.
Dan, you look like you need advantage for next turn. I'm gonna make him re-roll it.
Still a hit. I started
Okay.
re-rolling the second you started saying hit Dan. So let me roll out the damage on that one first.
Oh boy.
As you take 18 points of force damage from the first turret hitting you.
Ow.
The second one fires its shot once again. And that's going to be a hit as well.
How much?
12 points of damage.
Ow.
Oh my god, do you have like 8 hit points?
I have 8 hit points.
Oh boy.
The entire Juggernaut is going to move back into position at this point. And that's going to be the end of its turn. Alex's turn.
I don't know if I can pull off that concentration check again. I feel like that D6 came in. It was crucial.
Well, that reminds me, who got Bellamy's?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, if that's the case, I should be giving you the silvery barbs.
If she has silvery barbs, then the sword gets advantage on the hit.
Yeah. No. I was giving it to Jade, but like, I really should start giving it to Alex. Someone remind me next time I do it.
I swear, you'd think the Juggernaut could actually tell about the strategic aspect of not letting any of you behind it now.
Can I move through this space? Is that big enough?
Difficult terrain to move through an ally space, but yeah, totally. But you ignore difficult terrain anyway, so.
Yeah.
In your chalice form, I think you're still chalice. You dance around.
I was dragon. So I'm gonna, with my action, I'm gonna disengage and bravely run. Away. So can I?
Don't touch me.
Can I like stand on like one of these bits, or is it
Oh yeah.
too narrow for a medium creature?
You could squeeze, but your character ignores difficult terrain, so oh yeah.
Okay. Alright, okay.
It's like there's all these restrictions for everybody except you.
Alright, so I need to do a little squiffy movement because it says I was trying to move through a wall. So I'm going to run here.
And that's 25 foot to put you, 20 foot to put you there.
Okay. I think I'm good there. And then... Left state. Drag. I think. Where's that little subsection? Okay, I'm still in dragon form, but hopefully I'm far enough away from that thing just now that I will do a bonus action. When you cast a spell, no. Okay, I'm going to cast Guardian of Nature on myself. Because that will let me do more next turn. Hopefully.
Alright.
And that will be me.
Which form did you take?
So I'm still in dragon form. Oh, sorry, you mean Guardian of Nature?
Yeah, Easter tree.
Great tree.
So for the first time in a long time, actual bark sprouts across your character's skin. Your hair grows true leaves of the vine. None of that weird crap from the layers of hell. Actual nature, once again.
Alright. Okay. I always forget to click the end turn button.
At the end of your character's turn, the Conqueror Juggernaut's going to trigger its mythic action in order to engage once more its main cannon, spinning around as it does, firing its lasers, and this time, unfortunately, pushing beyond its own limits, damaging itself. Dex saves, DC's 26, so I think only Jade can pass.
I might be able to pass if I roll 26.
26 DC.
If I roll 15 or higher, or 16 or higher, I can pass. No, 17 or higher.
Odds of that ain't too horrible.
So
And I have Bardic too. If I roll high enough.
So I cannot pass it.
No, I can't pass either.
If
This
you
would be Jade's first saving throw, so he gets advantage on it.
if you roll a 24 again, John, I can give you my wheel.
Okay. I don't think that'll happen though.
Let's see, who can I have someone a D6.
Does Jade actually get a
that-
19?
Yep.
Alright, was it a dex saving throw?
Dex save throw. Haha, look at that!
Oh, never mind. I can do that. Sorry, I was
Alright.
thinking wisdom. I don't know what I was thinking.
Technically, if I had...
Oh, I
Oh.
did an ability check last time, I think. I don't know. Sorry. Did not mean to interrupt you, Jillian. My apologies.
That's okay. We're all going through a process. If I had a wheel and Bardic, I might be able to pass, but it would be risky. I wouldn't.
It's up to you. I'd say roll your bardic first because it's a reaction from me.
Yeah, well, I can't. If I roll an 8 on my bardic inspiration, I'm still only gonna have 23. So I basically have to roll like max on the bardic and really well on wheel. No, don't use it. That's fine. I'll take the damage.
All right. So Nimbar passes. Jade, you only take half damage, I believe, Dan, for that one?
Yep.
I love that ability. 56 points of damage for the radiant beams that it fires. However, you notice as well that it takes double that damage as it tears through its own body in order to pull that attack, since its ability hadn't properly recharged. Looking badly injured, but still looming over the lot of you.
And for the 56, if I pass, do I take half? Or?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm still down.
Sorry, bud.
No worries.
It was bound to eventually happen. You're the squishy one.
Yeah.
I say eventually, but this is like number 3, I think. And it's always this sort of stuff. It's the only way to get you.
Yeah. Occasionally, Alan's like, everyone expects me to kill the fighters. I'm a not.
Actually, I'm doing a really good job of that, too. I'm on fire today.
I'm so happy for you.
I'm so happy for me, too. I'm still losing the fight, I can tell. You guys are still kicking some serious ass here. Jade's turn. Team's looking at me like, how do you figure? I will point out, you have advantage on it the first attack made against it, thanks to it using its mythic ability. So this next swing of yours is made at advantage. Have fun. Please don't roll another 20.
Please roll another 20.
I would do that thing if I was you, Dan.
Okay, rather than running for a supreme healing potion for Nimbar, I'll attack.
Oh, that would be...
Both are good options. Whichever you'd rather, both are good options.
No, I'll attack. I'll attack.
As you levy a shot and get ready with Honeysickle, driving forward. A 23. The first 23 rolled in this combat is a hit.
Oh.
Oh. He was so ready.
I tip my hat. That's the best, man. That's the best.
That's like, he will get 24. Okay, false alarm.
So 23 is
You will
obviously
get
the LC.
24.
Oh my god. It'd be guaranteed at least, but you go ahead, Dan. Roll up your shot. That's a hit. 9 for the swing on the Honeysickle. 5 for the add-on. And your sneak attack. 38 points. Let me just update the HP on this thing. As it's looking badly injured, though still looming over yourself in full Monoxus. Alrighty, that's it for Dan's turn then. Kamashag peers around the corner, says, "You can do it," gets hit by the beam because he was in range of it that time, as you can clearly see from this, and is poofed.
Hang on. Oh, he got hit?
Yeah. He was in range because it's a big circle, right?
Oh, right. Well, the 361. Okay.
Nimbar's turn. Prior to that, it was Bellamy's, who got hit by the beam but is unaffected because she's not there, so you can see her dancing. Who gets the Bardic Inspiration?
I already have it, so somebody else.
She gonna give it down to Nimbar because, well, I suppose if he's rolling for his life, it doesn't matter for that one.
Yeah, I say Alec.
Alec gets it. She peers around the corner, then peers back
Yay.
behind her corner. A 10 on the nose. But since the dice it's 10 or better, right?
Yeah.
So it's actually slightly in the player's favor by 5% of an odd. So you pass the first of your 3 checks.
Why did we skip? Did we skip Jillian's turn?
Did we skip Jillian's turn?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
did skip
we
skip
did.
Yeah.
because I went out
Yes.
of shade.
Kamashag, which cut, and then it jumped to Nimbar when I deleted Kamashag. Let me back that up, but don't worry, I'm still giving you the pass, John. I'm not that mean. Jillian, your turn. I swear I didn't skip you. Damn it, Foundry. You're an evil machine.
It's okay.
I know how to make this boss fight last just a little bit longer.
Because I can tell you, if I got to the Juggernaut and I was like, wait a second, Flux hasn't gone yet, I would have been confused. It's like, this thing has a little
Yeah.
too much health.
I just happened to look up and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't see 90-some damage anywhere. Jillian didn't get to go.
27's a hit. Oh, 37's a hit. 30's a hit. And you go ahead and see about that flying sword of yours as it spins a shot.
Oh no, I'm using second wind.
Oh, okay, yep. That's smart. 30 points for the first hit. 24 for the second. And for your third swing. $27 points. Decimating the exterior armor on the monstrosity as it leans over you in pieces, body held together by force of will as it's so near death, but still standing.
Do I get the impression that it's gonna, if we kill this thing, like, could I do an insight check really quick to see
Can
if
it
I think
double
that there's...
like-
Well, I was just gonna ask, do I have the impression that it might have another form after this?
You go ahead and do a Dragon Ball Z insight on it to see if this isn't even its final form.
Okay. So that was what? How many points? 25? That seems low. Oh, I guess it was. I rolled plus 19. Yeah, okay. Sorry, I just want to get that done before I do anything else. Insight? Yeah, I'm getting the insight. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
I don't have very good insight, but I would like to try.
You've never heard of anything being able to move past a singular awakening. It's
Okay.
a trump card. There's nothing stronger, you don't think. You think it's on its last legs for sure this time.
Sorry, you said trump card, and I took everything within me not to scream fake news.
Fake news, there's a third form. It's the best form, the third form, you're gonna see it. You just wait. All the other dungeons, they're gonna be jealous of the third form. It's gonna be the best, the ultimate third form.
Before you guys started, we had a bard in the team, and he had the heroic leader feat or whatever.
Oh
so
my
every time we
God.
took a rest, we all got bonus health or temp health. So he would pull up Twitter and read off Trump's tweets.
Yep.
Oh god.
It was so bad, it was good. It was great. I loved it. Alrighty, so Flux has shaved down the Juggernaut's health considerably. Nimbar passes his check. And now it's the Juggernaut's turn. Looming over the two of you, it does turn its attention to Flux as it roars, swinging a mighty fist at her once again. And it's looking like it's going to hit you, breaking the 21 AC that you have.
Silvery Bear. Oh wait.
You just see from Nimbar's unconscious little body,
So
just unconsciously the middle finger raises, but that's no effect.
a tip of the hat to Flux. If she hadn't taken a rest, this would have KO'd her because it's 28 points of bludgeoning damage as he catches you with a cross check from one firm fist strike across the jaw.
Okay.
And with his 2 Eldritch Blasts remaining, I'm taking a look here. Yep, still has line of sight. He's gonna step back as he readies them, pointing the 2 cannons directly at Alec. But you can go ahead and take your reaction to pull an attack of opportunity, both of you, as it steps back, readying this massive attack. Because you know, given how much damage it did to Nimbar, if he swings at Alec with 21 health, you can probably guess who's gonna be second to go down to this bad guy.
So, these don't recharge? Or they do at a cost? I'm just curious.
I think
he
it's
has
like,
3 attacks per turn with a multi-attack, his fist, and 2 standard Eldritch Blasts. He also has a big beam he uses, but it isn't recharged. Recharges on a roll of 5 or 6. The Mythic actually can let him push back that, but if he used it now, it would kill him.
Yeah, I just got them mixed up. That's why I was asking.
No worries. No worries.
Oh, I still had an action surge left. God damn it.
Oh,
you could have used
Sorry.
it.
I know, I'm sorry. I was going to use it, and then I took all that health and was almost dead and panicked. Well, not panicked, but like kind of prioritized healing and forgot about everything else.
Dan, I am so sorry.
it's understandable.
As we say these things, Dan makes his swing in his attack, and I am so sorry he rolled a 1. I should be saying Dean, I am so sorry, and Jillian rolls a 2.
No, I'm using my Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, here we go. 24.
That'll hit.
We
Yeah.
have a 24 as a hit. The magic 24. So you go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, the amount of times we rolled a 24, not a 23 is hilarious.
Yep. Speaking of 23 points of damage against the mighty Juggernaut, who, unfortunately for Alec, is still standing strong as it turns and fires its eldritch turrets.
Welcome to the land of the unconscious. Population us.
First one's a hit. And you take 22 points of damage as the first turret blasts you.
I had 21.
As your character drops over, this causes the Juggernaut to quickly change targeting parameters as it turns towards the 2 in front of it. Even it's gonna shoot at the Tabaxi. Odd, it's gonna go for the Dragonborn.
Thank God we didn't try and fight this without Jade.
Shoots at the Tabaxi. You take a clean shot dead on the front from its eldritch turret for a total of 13 points of damage. And then the Juggernaut's going to move back into position against both of you as it rises up its arms. Alec, give me a death savings throw.
You can do it.
You pass with a 16. That's 2 passes, 1 for you, 1 for John. Jade's turn. See, now if the Juggernaut was really smart, it would have stayed back so Jade wouldn't get advantage to get this stupid sneak attack off. But
I don't have advantage.
oh, not advantage, an ally within 5 feet of you to give sneak attack on there. I swear I knew what I was talking about. I just used the wrong term.
How tall are these ceilings?
Well, they have to be at least 10 foot tall, but I'm gonna say in this area 15 because of the entire size.
I will not break melee combat. I will feline swiftness and take advantage on the hit.
Alright. As you run over through the ceiling above it and get behind it, you go ahead and roll your attack roll. .29 is definitely a hit with Honeysickle. You go ahead and roll your damage up as you jump behind it, turning and twisting rising arms to try and grab you over its head as you move. And you levy a clean shot directly into its back, coming down. You know what? I know the perfect thing.
.48 points of damage.
Yep, I got the perfect picture for what happens as Jade runs in. With one clean shot, you nail into the shoulder of the beast. And it drops. The light that burns within it turns on.
Dean, did you know that was gonna play up here? Dean.
Dean, did you mute yourself?
Oh yeah, sorry. I was playing something on my phone and casting it to the living room for Jillian, so I didn't want it to blare over the mic.
So it was intentional.
Yep.
I thought you accidentally did that.
No, I know what I'm about.
All right. And with that, the Juggernaut is defeated. And I was so close, Jillian. So close. If only I got odd on that coin flip. Ooh. I would have actually knocked you down for once. It was close. It was epic. It was awesome.
My thorn is that I didn't use action surge on my last turn.
Yep. You may have actually finished it off with that now that I stop and think about it.
Oh, I probably would have.
Yep.
I probably should have moved sooner.
Well, I don't think I missed, so it wouldn't have made too much of a difference. Oh,
No,
I guess
but I
you
would have had advantage, and it wouldn't have been able to move back because I would have been standing behind it.
That's right.
I do like at the end of the fight, Jade looks up. Oh, I can get behind it. Kills it. Like a true rogue. That's how it's done. From behind. Just take him down. But no tricks
Supreme
up my
healing for the two of them.
Yep. I'm not too worried about making them roll because you both still have turns, you still have all that stuff. Even if they both get 2 critical fails, you're both going to be able to administer a healing potion before they get those fails off.
Yeah, which is what we would have done.
Oh yeah. The real panic is surviving the fight and making sure the rolls don't go out during the initiative. But you're fine at this point. So, I think this is a good spot for us to take a quick 15-minute break and come back at 12:30.
Sure.
Yep.
Perfect. And if you all want to take care of healing and all that, by all means, I don't have any more monsters on this floor to try and jump you. So, take that with a grain of salt.
What's the supreme healing again?
Oh god, I don't know.
A lot.
Is it 4d4 or 8?
Still a rest or anything?
You could definitely pop a short rest.
I think that would be extremely advisable for us all.
Yeah.
In that case, before we take a short rest, I'm going to use my second wild shape to bring back my little buddy, to bring back my imp. And now...
In what form? As you're bringing him back, you can tell whatever binds of hell were placed upon him seem to only bind in hell. You can even bring an imp, permanently available to you as a companion form for him now. But you can bring him back in any standard summoning form.
Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting to face this decision. I feel like...
I tried to kill him a few times and it didn't work, so
Yeah, I feel like... just... muscle memory is like, he's an owl, bring him back as an owl. But part of me likes him being an imp because he can talk. But I think I'm going to go with the unexpected surprise of, okay, go bring back my owl, he'll be an imp. Oh wait, what's that? He's an owl.
And, as requested, Owl Comishag pops back in. As he reappears, he seems somewhat surprised and shocked, looking himself over, gives a chuckle, communicates back with you mentally. Ho! Well, boss, this is a surprise.
Buddy.
Lands on your shoulder,
Nice.
gives a bit of a preen, picks at your bark because, well, that didn't wear off quite yet.
It was a concentration spell. Wouldn't that have...
It'd be just shedding because you swapped the two, right?
Right. Okay.
Or something. I don't know. Go with the thematics. You got
Yeah.
your owl on your shoulder for once. The long and short, however, that I'll point out. Because if you take time to explain to Comishag that you can take on any form, including the imp, he would make point that he'd have no trouble being the imp. The real trouble was the mentality of being trapped. But now he's not. Which will have an immediate effect on his personality in that he won't be quite as glum and bum anymore. He's actually now optimistic again like he used to be.
Oh, that's... well, next time you die, buddy, we'll bring you back as an imp.
Or whatever's needed, pretty much the implication. He's kind of forgotten all the random things he can turn into. And meanwhile, Jillian, I think you were going to mention you were going to do that. Because I heard you there for a sec as you're chugging back potions.
Oh, sorry. Do you want me to just split the difference and take 43 healing?
Oh, are you only taking one set or two?
I was actually just going to take one, and then I was going to take a potion of vitality.
Yeah, sure. Just take the first one for the 44, because that was your first roll.
Okay.
And I'll also give out the knowledge, because between the group of you chatting this one over, Nimbar's magical knowledge, Flux's knowledge of dragons being, you know, not being someone who's like, I grew up among humans. Your character has the heritage. Because of that, mixed with the knowledge as well of Dean's character with as much nature as he knows, and Jade's general knowledge of a whole bunch of random facts that he's picked up from so many trivia nights at so many bars, or as he puts it off, street sense. You would know enough about an awakening, that it was a power of legendary dragons of old. I'm not a big fan of making players roll checks for stuff that they'll automatically get, so I'm just going to give you the info on this one. Dragons of old, and sometimes very rarely other creatures. The greatest and the oldest, the ones that you've never heard of, great worms, as they were called. Gargantuan dragons of unparalleled size. Used to roam the world. Not a lot of them. Very rare, very infrequent. But it said when they were near death, they could awaken an even greater power from deep within. An awakening of sorts. A rumored power that no one's seen in the dragons for a long time. But no one's also seen a true great worm in a long time. An ancient dragon is rare enough. To the point that, in fact, the DM hasn't even thrown an ancient anything at the party. You know, the oldest version of dragon that's in the manual. Mostly because of the CR, let's be honest. But it's one of those legends, you know. Basically, the legend of the the legend of the Great Worm. That also unlocks greater and stronger powers within them while rejuvenating them. But it is a bit of a trump card. They need to rest for some time after using it in order to regain that sort of ability. But anything more beyond that would be myth or legend, you know? But yeah, anything with Mythic, or anything that has the Awakening, just as a side note from the DM, sits at a CR 28, which is really about what you just fought, 27, 28 CR. I give you the clap, 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 because that is the highest CR anything I've thrown at you in the campaign that you fought.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask really quick before, just because I want to make sure all my calculations are out of the way. Jade, we do have enough Supreme Healing Potions. Like, I had one in my inventory, but I could take another one, right?
Yeah, I have 5 left.
Okay, so I'll take one of Jade's as well, and that should bring me pretty much full. Because with the Potion of Vitality... Well, here's what I was going to say. With my Potion of Vitality, I gained 105, because my max is 15 from a hit die. And I used 7 hit die, so that's 105 plus nice. 35. And then the other healing potion should bring me up at almost full. I'll just use that 42.
Jeez, you don't even need the rest.
No, I'm not. I don't think I'm quite full. No, I'm short a little bit, but not much.
Well, I can cast a spell on us before we go down. I've got some stuff left in the tank, I believe. So if once everyone rolls their hit dice, before we go down the hole, I'll do another mass cure wounds on us.
Okay. I'm gonna put this little icon on for my Potion of Vitality. So it's 24 hours. My hit die will recover maximum.
Ooh, very nice. That's pretty strong. I like that.
We've had those potions of vitalities for ages. Only used it.
I put you toe to toe with a big bad who started swinging. I was able to throw a good few punches. I'm glad I've burnt through some of your resources. I've made the players use elixir from their inventory. This is a goal. Pardon me.
Gonna take a short rest. Roll some healing dice.
Feel free to let that short rest kick in. So,
This is the
Jillian,
closest I've ever been to all of my hit die being used. I left 2 just in case.
if you count over damage and healing, you used all them hit die. You can take it as a technicality if you would like, because you did heal up with a short with that second wind, and then I hit you for what, 28? I remember that moment. It was a good one.
What do you mean?
Your health
I don't know what you're saying.
You were practically at max health at the start of the fight, then you got knocked down to about 23, and then you used the second wind and the guy hit you for 28. So,
Yeah.
as a technicality, if you really want, you could say you did use your whole hit points in a fight. You didn't drop, but you paid for 250 and you used 250.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I was confused because I was talking about my hit die.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I heard hit points. I'm deaf.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. That's why I was confused, though, because I'm like, what are you talking about?
I was
I
very
have
proud
two
of myself.
That's okay, you're right. It did pretty much take me down all of my hit points. No, I have 2 hit die
Yep.
left. So,
I get
just in
you.
case of emergency. I don't know if I'll be able to...
Saving them for
I don't know
Christmas.
I don't know if it'll make any difference, but I'll save them anyway.
Oh my.
I just feel very uncomfortable not having any hit die left.
Okay, Dan, are you using 3 regular potions of healing as well?
Yeah, I've already taken them off.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start
'Cause
dragging minis over.
I went through all my hit die and still deleted health. So
I'm also skipping 45 minutes because we've had about 15 minutes of playtime that I'll count for the hour, right? That's the way these things go. So, I'll start dragging characters over. Unless anyone has anything else up their sleeve.
Well, I was going to use a Mass Cure Wounds on everyone, but everyone topped himself up pretty handily with potions, so...
Yes.
I guess I still got 34 missing. So I will...
Start
I have
with
a-
potions.
I was gonna say I have a superior healing potion. You can just have it. Like I know Jade has a bunch, but
Well, I was just going to use a spell.
You can save your spell slots. I mean, we have 65 regular healing potions still.
Okay, alright. I'll use some of them.
I'm a fan of using the regular first when we're not in combat.
Yeah.
2d4 plus 2.
2d.
you know what? I think if that's all right, Dan/Jade. I might take one more too. Just to get me up to full. But I would also be okay at 246. Like that would be fine.
Go ahead. If you want to use the healing potions, go.
So,
Hmm.
so that's all I needed.
Oh look, guys, more clocks.
Did you clock that, did you? Oh boy.
Well, as John said, more clocks. As you look into the next room up ahead. This is after, of course, getting on the elevator, which takes a good 5 minutes to slowly spin its way down. Not enough to make you sick to the stomach or anything like that, but by the time it makes it down to the next room, no door lies in your way, as all that lies in front are cogwheels. A very, very large one spinning in the middle, and you notice with a glance down, there are multiple cogs layered on top of each other this time, spinning back and forth in opposite directions for at least a 30-foot drop straight down to what appears to be a floor down below.
Yeah, I tracked it.
Alright, cheers. That was an aggressive zoom in. I'm just going to put that out there for
Just a little bit.
It's like
How
insane.
dare you use 4 healing potions?
I feel attacked.
You'll also notice, in this lower area, that of course, the arm blades are spinning in wide circles, making traversing this area quite tricky as every square risks being sliced by them. You would imagine it would be an athletics check to simply walk across. The ceiling itself, only about 5 feet of clearance between it and the cogs. Enough so that Flux wouldn't have to scrape her head, but Jade being able to walk on the ceiling isn't going to make much of a difference. Because, I mean, I gotta at least make it a challenge.
Okay.
You also notice in the middle of the room a platform of sorts, with various designs and inscriptions on them, but nothing in any particular language that stands out. They just look pretty.
So is the gear moving underneath these blocks? Are they stationary and the gear's moving underneath it, or is it all moving?
Oh, essentially this gigantic gear you see throughout the whole thing, bundles of them stacked on top of each other, spinning this way and that way.
Okay.
So, you know, falling down inside of there is like going through a blender. They're
Right.
not moving quite so quickly, mind you, but falling down through there would hurt, and could risk dismemberment very easily. There's also a door, of course, to the northwest, to the southwest, and more to the south. 3 of them that you can see from your present location.
So this we know it says push.
Nope. As mentioned, the inscriptions don't seem to be in any language or any form. They just look pretty.
Oh. Do they not? I take it that they don't match with the ones previously found?
Nope.
Oh, okay, sorry, my apologies. I zoned out there for a moment, apparently.
That was just first floor I did that.
Okay. The inscriptions, like the symbols, look different. Are they still like, do they like the same pushable buttons or tiles?
No, they appear to be mostly cosmetic on this layer. The wording's being different, even though they're exactly the same, I say from a meta-knowledge standpoint, but for actual, like, fourth wall breaking standpoint, rather. For the game, however, at a glance you can tell that they are strictly cosmetic in design. They appear to be parts of the mechanism lighting up as the swords spin around, but beyond that, they don't really stand out very much different.
if we sit there and wait, do any of the doors open and close?
Insert Jeopardy theme song, and then no. Because, you know, you wait for the Jeopardy theme song to finish. Watching them for a few moments, it doesn't seem like the doors are opening at all.
The center piece, does anything look interactable?
It does appear to be more detail-oriented than where you presently are, and the other tops, though in order to get a close look, you'd have to make it past those spinning blades. Which is going to be an athletics check.
What if we just send the mind over and I look through the mind?
Unable to interact with things, the mind can confirm that yes, there seems to be mechanics here tied into the spaces in this area. Each one of those dots on the floor appears to be connected somehow, but it doesn't seem to be something that would be physically interactable in regards to push, pull, or etc. It seems quite affixed to the floor. A direct connection and looking through with an arcana check and on hand would probably be your best, investigation. Stuff like that.
Alright. Well, I would prefer not to do athletics, so...
I can go then.
Oh, I was gonna say... Oh, okay, well, if you're gonna go, well, then why don't you just carry a Nimbar doll? Cast reduce person on myself, so I'm a little guy, and then you can easily carry me.
Does
You can definitely go too.
anyone want guidance?
Take some guidance if you're offering, but I don't think I. Well, if Jade's doing an athletics check,
Anybody need bardic inspiration?
Yeah, I think if I feel like probably Jade and I should go check it out first.
okay.
So why don't we give the guidance and inspiration to Jade, because I'm just the little doll he's going to be carrying.
Bardic inspiration to Jay. I figure it's only fair. I keep the difficulty for 5-player and there's 4, so you can use her power when she's not here.
So athletics to walk across to the middle.
Yep. As Jade attempts to dodge the splitting blades with a 19. You doing anything to that result?
Yeah, I'm going to use guidance, which is a D4.
Yep, D4.
With a 22 as Jade walks across. He pops hands in his pockets like, I got this, and then sees a blade coming for his face, pulls a matrix move, dives underneath it just in time, feeling the guiding hands of druidic power, giving him that extra little jump he needed. Sweat drop moment, straighten up, finds himself in the middle. Now, for the intent and purpose of interaction, your character is standing essentially here. That's right, I broke the grid. You're on the outside, just outside of the range of any of the blades, with this being in front of you, the center area. So you're not technically on it yet.
Okay. And now you said we can do the Arcana check to kind of interact, to figure out how to work it?
Uh-huh.
Oh my.
As Nimbar hops down and stands on it, you notice one of the lights light up, very bright. And as
Shine.
Jade moves forward, another light lights up quite brightly. As that happens, you hear from the southern door the sound of a lock releasing.
Can I mage hand it open?
Certainly. You can roughly see the room beyond. And in fact, what might catch Jade's eye happens to be right here. What appears to be a small bundle of treasure. Gold, gems, crystals. Further on from that, you can also see a platinum-encrusted golden lockbox just out of view, as well certainly holding some values, if not itself being worth a small fortune. But that's the next room. One large door remains, and another door up this way, in your present area. I'm just going to move you forward for being on this thing now.
Oh, it does. Actually, let's go check out that room real quick. What he had.
As your dude floats in, you do notice a dead body in there. Old, worn, and damaged. From a distance, it's hard to make anything out.
How close can he get? Like, is there any like magic field stopping him?
Nope. Glancing over, you see very strong and powerful armor on it. You'd have to roll an intelligence check to see if you'd recognize it.
Just straight intelligence?
Knowledge history would work.
Anyone else here in static? Is it just me?
Disconnect and reconnect from Discord. It's a glitch.
Yep.
Sorry if you were about to say that, Dean.
I was just going to confirm it. I heard static as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh. I wasn't getting any. I do have background noise going. Like this. I'll turn it up some. It's not this, is it?
No, because when I reconnected, it fixed it.
Yep, Discord.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
With a 28 on your history check, looking over the armor, you notice that you recognize a symbol on there for one of the gods.
Which god?
Torm. The right-handed gauntlet held upweight, right, with palm forward. A more thorough physical investigation of the body would give more results, but glancing at it from your present ghostly form that can't touch nothing.
I will let the other know what I see, of course.
Oh, and there's also a spellbook.
So, sorry, there's a spell book?
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
He's just caught the jade shiny fever.
I need more spells, okay? I still am missing a few.
Oh, you're missing more than a few. There's a lot of spells.
No, I'm only missing a few, I think.
So the door only opened when two of them were on there. Did it only open when they stood in a specific spot?
The moment Jade's feet touched the edge, one of the dots lit up. He walked around a little bit before he got to it, and the door had already unlocked at that point.
Right.
So you would assume touching the disc seems to be the issue here. Not so much any specific area.
Okay. Right. I was trying to figure out if it was reacting to one or two. Should we try getting everyone into the middle to see if it opens up more doors? Or at the very least, if we want to check out that room, we should probably go together.
Well, Alec would have to get himself over there, and so would Flux. Which shouldn't be too much trouble for Flux, I mean athletics.
Well, I would probably guide her.
She gets plus 15.
Let her go. I figure we would do it one at a time so I can.
You know, I say this, Jillian, but I'd be jinxing you. You'd roll a 1.
Listen, I probably would, so.
I gotta watch what I'm saying. I don't want to give anyone bad luck.
So your strength athletics check covers difficult situations you encounter while climbing, blah blah blah. So, okay, that's just grappled. Right. Sorry, got confused by something for a minute there. So, You give me guidance, Dean?
Yeah.
See? I told you I'd jinx her. Thank you, Dean.
Now, before she goes, could Nimbar reduce Alec and then just have Alec ride on Flux's shoulder so there's only one check made?
Yeah.
That's a question for John.
Yeah, I could absolutely do that. I have a range of 60 feet.
So Alec is intently studying the pattern of the blades when he watch how Flux gets across. And he's like, it's bigger than I thought.
Your owl lands beside you. Just sends you the mental image. You can ride. We can be a team. Soar across the skies.
And Flux goes for the scoop.
So does it pass?
Yes, a 22 is a pass on that one. As you make your way into the middle and land.
Really made us wait for that one, didn't you?
Sorry. They distracted
okay.
me with the cute owl stuff, and I was like, oh, poop. A 22 is a pass as you make your way across. A 19 would have been just a fail, so, like, yeah, I totally would have jinxed you. But a 22 is a pass. You land in the middle area, and nothing seems to happen.
Just to experiment, can you put me down on the disc as well? Just to see if 4 of us makes a difference. If not, I'll scramble back up into Flux's safe arms.
As you set Alec down, the light lights up nice and bright for the third one, as you hear the remaining doors in this room unlock. And slide open. Don't mind me for having two. It was the only way because it's such a big curve and doors don't curve. As you can clearly see one small room and another room with the dead body of an adventurer.
Boy, I feel like it's going to be a field day for Jade.
The adventurer is clutching a book.
Does it look like a spell book?
No, just a book.
Oh. Guys, it's only a regular book. Can I mage hand the book?
Yep.
Is that all or... I can't... Oh, it's not the same.
Also, does that not look familiar, people? The green
What?
urn?
The green... oh, you touched... Someone touched... Jade touched the green gear? And
Yeah.
get poofed somewhere.
So you have the book.
But yeah, I bring it to myself. Look at the book.
Character's tiny. How the heck are you reading a book? No, I'm only kidding. I know you switched that over. Concentration and all that. Giving it a flip through. This was an adventurer who got trapped back there, though they're not sure how. But they were stuck there, couldn't get out, and eventually starved to death.
Well, that's...
Less than optimal.
Yeah. Is this the kind of bronze, copper looking altar? Is that it kind of reminds me of where we found the gem. Does it look... Well, might not be able to tell from here.
Doesn't seem to stand out any. It looks like it might have been a chair of some form.
Ah,
You
okay.
can see a cup laying on there that might have been used by the poor adventurer who passed on. Oh, and, I'll point out for Jade. Top left room over here? That pin that you see, the very large one, and the giant cogwheel are made of solid gold and glisten ever so brightly.
I feel like it's a trap. Oh,
Oh, right. Let me pull these minis over to the middle.
Jillian. Sorry, Flux, pick up Alex for me. You don't mind.
Okay. Oh.
What?
Does that close the doors?
They do not close.
Okay.
The light goes out, mind you, but they don't close.
I'm going to... Because it seems like we need to have number of bodies on here. I don't know if this will work or not. So what I could do is cast Unseen Servant. And that kind of is like a body. So I kind of want to try that, see if we can get that here. See if that lights it up. Because that would mean one more person could go explore. It will take like 10 minutes if there's any objections.
And what are you trying to do with it? Trigger what now?
More or less, I'm seeing if it counts as a body to light up these dots.
It really doesn't for the Unseen Servant. You're not creating a creature, you're creating a force with that one. It's an invisible, mindless, shapeless force that performs simple tasks. It has AC, hit point, and all that, but I mean, so does your armor. So that's all you're doing with that. I'll give you the heads up beforehand. It doesn't create the triggers of a creature.
Alright, fair enough.
It's more or less fancy telepathy. Or telekinesis, my bad.
Does my my owl count as a creature? And it's kind of weird because he's
giving you the stink eye because you know he does.
Okay, so if we put him on the center,
nothing happens.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess should one of us try going back here or down to here in case when one of us steps off these close? Oh.
Yeah, that does seem like a smart plan.
But wait, the roof collapses. Oh.
It's a trap!
Rocks are falling. He's trying to kill the party.
Alright, so...
Oh, I have a feeling it is a trap of some sort, but I think the trap is the fact that we've only unlocked the doors, so now we're going to spend all this time trying to figure out how to keep them unlocked, but actually it was just the four of us standing here unlocked it.
Probably. Alright, so I'm going to reduce myself, and then I'm going to mage hand myself over to here. Now I know you'll want a concentration check, correct?
One second here.
Yep.
Seeing if I can find the picture I'm looking for.
It might not be concentration because you might need to navigate yourself past the spinning blades.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're going wild and crazy. I was looking for a scene from a show I saw.
How high are they?
What do you mean, how high are they? There's multiple blades attached to each pillar. They spin and spin and spin and spin. There was I saw an anime where they had one spinning and someone used telekinesis and stopped them. That's the reference I was going to pull. But
oh, do they go to the top?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like
he specifically said they go to the top because Jake cannot walk along the ceiling to get past.
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I seem to have missed that. I'm sorry. I'm tired today.
You got that Misty Step though.
I do have Misty Step, but Yeah.
Is that one of your signature spells?
No, it costs me a spell each time I do that.
Okay. I mean, I can try. I've got a free cast of Misty Step, so I could try it if you want. Let's see. Do I still have it? Yeah. Yeah. So I could like go here and see if the doors stay open.
You giving it a toss? Because it's a freebie for you?
Yeah, you know what, I'm going to cast Gift of Alacrity as well, because that's my free cast, and really I should have done it before the boss fight. But, you know.
Hey, you can't remember every time.
And then I'll...
You are now in an unoccupied space within 30 feet of where you could see. Moving past the blades with a quick step. Your character has no trouble. You can see the area in front of you, filled with stuff. Each one of these pedestal areas here, and here, seemingly containing treasure of some form. The first one, a platinum chalice covered in rubies, gems, and emerald, and seems to be filled to the brim with wine. You don't know how that's fresh, but hey. The second one, as mentioned, a whole bunch of gems and diamonds galore inside of a rather expensive dish. The third one, a golden box with filigree of platinum. Itself worth a small fortune, its contents, you can only guess. Beyond that, you see a number of great holes in the floor here, the sort that might be used for drainage purposes. But you see no water, the floor dry and barren, and little more than what appears to be a body out in front of you, clutching a staff in one hand and a book underneath it in the other. Sorry, John, I forgot to mention the staff.
Oh, there's a staff too, is there?
It would literally just been, and it's holding a staff. You have no idea what the staff is. It's a staff.
So he's wearing armor, has a staff, and a book. Spell book, that. We've already said that.
And since Alec's passive perception is stupid high, and he's a nature buff, you'll also notice there's way too many bones laying around for it to be humanoid. That doesn't make any sense. Getting in close and doing an actual check on it with investigation would yield better results.
Okay. I'm gonna start, I think, by pulling out a sling bullet from that deadliest of weapons that I'm always using, and I'm gonna roll it across the floor of this room. See if
it rattles, it rolls, it spins, and it makes it all the way to the end and falls into this grate. You hear ding 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 ding, 50 points. No. I couldn't help it. But it does fall down one of the grates and just rattles as it slowly disappears.
Okay. Okay, so the dead body is not human. Or human. Human or humanoid?
Humanoid body.
Humanoid body, but
too many
not.
bones to be a human, though. Just glancing from a distance. You're like, shoulder bone's connected to the backbone, backbone's connected to the what the hell bone. That's not right. Something's wrong about this one.
And, let's see, do I have... I don't think I have detect magic.
I can ritual cast detect magic.
Well, I opened for directions. I was just coming to this spot to see if the doors stayed open, and
Yeah.
they seem to have. So,
Meanwhile, Dean's looking at the three party members still standing on the thing like a carousel, watching them spin round and round. When I say Dean, I mean Alec.
same person sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys wanna. Should we all file in here, or do you want to go to a different room?
Well, we gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah. Why don't... Because we know 2 people is enough to unlock this door. Why don't 2 of us go into this room, and then the other 2 can step off the platform and see if that makes a difference. Like, see if it locks behind us.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and when someone I guess I'll keep on the ledge until someone gets close, in case I need to grab them or something. And
So
then
why don't you, since Kamashak's over here by us, why don't you have them give, like, you can use them to give us cast like guidance through Kamashak?
oh yeah, because it's a touch spell. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So whoever's coming next, you get a little nuzzle from an owl, and then so he gets over here easy. I'll like dismiss him and then bring him back.
So who wants to go over?
I don't feel like I have much to offer as far as like investigation and stuff goes, so I'm fine with staying on the platform if 2 other people want to go.
I can always make my way over. That's perfectly fine.
I can go.
Alright.
Okay. So, Jada's guidance. He disappears briefly, and then I just re-summon him on my shoulder.
Yeah, Alan, that's actually the opposite. The owl's supposed to be petting us.
No. You gotta earn it. You'd walk over, give a wark, and you'd just be like, oh, I better give him a pet. Alrighty, so, Dan, you give us a roll. No problem. With a 21, you scoot your way across, no need for extra rolls. I mean, you can, but you don't need them.
No, I figured when I got the 19, I'm like, something feels off. I think the DC is 20.
Yep. So you're heading over to where Alec is?
Yep.
No problem. Though when you leave, only one bright light remains.
Even though 2 of us are standing on it.
Yep.
Perhaps it's like the doors close when one person's left on it, because maybe it like designed to separate people when they think it's safe. So maybe these guys like split off, so I'll go here, you'll go there, and then the people in the middle, maybe they just fell to their death or get chopped up. Maybe we should have looked down the bottom of the pit, see if there was just like bone meal or something down there.
Well, I'll peek down, is there?
It's a long ways down. There's a bit of dust, which makes sense. Anything at the bottom of there would have been ground away long ago.
Alright, well, guess. Alright, so, Flux, would you mind? I suppose there's only one light left on. I don't know. Anyone have any ideas?
have Flux hold you, then have her jump so that there's no contact on the things. See if anything happens.
I could try that. Why not, right?
Yeah.
I'll scoop Nimbar up and jump.
You might need to do like a crouching jump, because I think the ceiling's not very high, but it might work.
Flux, who's already rubbing the top of her head slightly, LOL, would have noticed with that first jump. Nah, you wouldn't bang your head. Your character's a fairly well-to-do fighter. It's just that funny mental image that Dean gave me for a moment. You'd notice when you pick Nimbar up, the light becomes very, very dim, and when you hop, it goes out.
Okay, I will grab the ceiling and do a pull-up while Nimbar holds my waist.
Give me an
Okay.
athletics check to see if you can hold on for a turn. Driving
Okay.
those claws in and pulling up on it. If you had a climb speed, I'd say, yeah, no problem. But without, you give me an athletics check and I'll give you a full turn like that before you drop back down. Who needs to go... Oh, I thought that was going to be a 20. But still, 23 total because of the exceptionally high athletics. As Flux shows off, lifts herself straight up, gives the ceiling a slight love tap with her forehead, so to speak. Says 1, does it again. 2, does it again. 3, drops down. Okay. That's enough of that. You'd just be thinking she's been playing a lot of Final Fantasy VII for a split minute there, you know what I mean?
Flashbacks, no.
Give you the PTSD on that one there too, Dean.
Ah,
But no
haunts
problem.
me.
When you
The
land
door
back down, the light turns back on to a very dull brightness, but the door statuses, states, situations do not change.
I'm gonna let go and like kind of land on the disc.
Which one light lights up exceptionally bright?
Do you guys want to just check see if one of the other doors are open?
They are.
Oh,
I
like-
turned them on and opened them.
Sorry, I mean like the
Oh, the door's down here.
one of these doors.
Okay. We can go check. I just get the feeling there's going to be a trap within a trap.
Yeah, I have the feeling this room is a trap.
I mean, true, but like, okay. So what do you guys suggest? Do you want us to just all go in there and hope the doors don't get locked? Because we can always break the doors down. We've proven that.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're happy with us going in here, we'll go in and figure it out. Just as long as you're okay there, or if you want to come, it's up to you guys. But I don't mind going in. The only thing I would ask is if I'm going into this room, is that Jade comes with me, because he's got so many tricks, it's unbelievable.
I've already thought of 3 escape plans, so yeah.
Wait
Okay.
a second. Actually, Jillian, or Fox, while you are, well, I'm on the platform. Can you just jump for me?
Sure. I'll do it.
Does the lighting change?
Slightly dimmer when she jumps.
Okay. I was wondering if it was more or less like the spell casting, but no, that doesn't seem to be it.
What if it's the position you guys are standing in?
Well, when her character is standing on it alone, it's considerably darker than when Nimbar is standing on it alone. That's why I only said slightly dimmer. But for Jillian, it was almost out. Look, you made me do it. For Flux, it was almost out.
So
So
when
when
Flux was... Oh, go ahead, John.
So when Flux was the only one on it, it was pretty much out. But like when she left it, it only got just a smidge darker.
Exactly. While Nimbar was the only one on there. It was still fairly bright.
Ah, maybe it is related to your spell casting. Because everyone but Flux is a spellcaster. Good catch.
I don't know what we do with that information.
We now know that. We retain it. We hold it like a dragon.
Yeah, but beyond that.
Understanding how the locking mechanism works. Just as important as unlocking the door.
I wonder.
Hmm?
Can we cast a spell at the platform? Like,
As much as you can cast a spell at the ground.
yeah. Well, says I've got a spell called Mold Earth, which exclusively targets the ground, but I don't think it works on big gears.
Raw, it sounds like it does, but I'm going to have to say no to that one, because it's a construct beneath your feet, but if you have things that affect generic area, definitely, there's nothing too special about that spot.
So it does that, so like I could maybe try and make a shape or a colour appear, but it does specify dirt or stone, so...
Yep.
Okay, well, what I can do is, I'm going to make my name appear on the ground.
Being in the snow.
It'll last an hour.
You steal the Nike N and you write Nimbar out. Your character looks at us like, that looks pretty darn good. I'll put a swish underneath it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's nice. I could put that on a shoe.
And is there any discernible change to the lighting?
Nope. 2 lawyers run down with copyright infringement notices on me, so I have to redact that last one. Oh, my. No changes to the lighting from what you can see from using a spell.
Is there enough space for me and Alec to stand just outside the door, like by the cogwheels?
Well, yes.
Okay, so I'll get both of us outside the door, and I would like to try something.
Okay. I've got something else I can try if this doesn't work, but I suppose we're kind of squashed in that space. We're very close.
Two are just traveling. It's fine.
I'm going to try and open the door.
Time of opening.
No, throw.
Thaumaturgy.
Yeah, that's spell.
Oh, nice!
One of the handiest little cookie spells. Which door are you trying?
The far one first.
Perp. It's locked.
Okay.
I'll try it again on the side ones.
They are not locked. However, they don't open.
Fly, open, or slam shut. Are they sliding? Are they the sliding doors?
Nope.
No? Oh.
There's probably
There's something blocked. There is no weight limit for the spell.
Yeah. Thaumaturgy, it's the thing wizards do when they're walking into an area and they spread both hands and the doors to a giant cathedral just open wide and their cloak billows out behind them. They're like walking in like, hey, who's the good one? That's me. That's the sort of spell that this is for. But it's also handy for these scenarios, confirming the southern door is locked and the eastern doors are barred. As we all know from playing Skyrim, once a door's barred, you gotta go through the long way to get to it. Sometimes. Unless you blow the door off of the hinges, that's like, a different story entirely.
the call. What do you think?
Right. So I've got something I can try. But it's going to wipe out a whole level of spell slots. But I can summon casters to stand on the center. I could summon my pixie friends, and they're very magical,
existence.
and they can cast a lot of spells. So we could just like juice it, and maybe that'll all the lights will light up.
Try it.
Okie dokie. I'll use my last 4th level spell slot. And
How many is summoning?
8.
Alrighty. By the time a few of them get on there, the lights are already burning bright, all 4 fully illuminated once the mixture of pixies land and start dancing around and having a good time. A few of them look up towards Flux with, awe and impressiveness, because when you're like 7 foot of beastly, incredible armor, sword, and all that, you get that look of awe from the peasants. They're just looking up like, wow, and they dance around you and keep going. Just, they're pixies, they're happy.
Okay, so we got some bright lights.
I'd say they do the same to Nimbar, but I mean, he's pretty short, and I think, did you still have this small spell on you?
I think so.
Yep. If you're chilling out on Flux's shoulder or any other area like that, they wouldn't take notice of your character. Otherwise, since you're about the same size, they do a dance around you, with you. Like one grab your hand, give you the quick spin, the next one, pat on shoulder. They're in jovial spirits. Somewhat tiring, but jovial spirits. But it does fully illuminate the floor area.
Okay. Well, we got them for an hour, so we I guess they'll start druid crafting a flower arrangement on the center, the centerpiece.
Flux, would you mind carrying me over?
Sure, let's go.
You can make your familiar appear anywhere within sight, right? Or 30 feet?
I think so. Let me look up the spell, because I don't have it on my spell list, because I don't cast Find Familiar normally, because it's a druid extra. Alright, so as an action, you can temporarily dismiss the familiar to a pocket dimension. As an action, when it's temporarily dismissed, you can cause it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet. Yeah, 30 feet.
Okay, because I was just thinking you could dismiss him, make him appear beside Flux, deliver touch spell of guidance, make him disappear and reappear beside you.
Yeah, I could do that. It'll take what, 18 seconds, 3 turns to do that, 3 actions, but I can do that, no problem.
I was just thinking because that's what made us pass the check, because it's DC 20.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can do that, no problem. Whoa, touch. Wah!
The owls just like start staggering like he's getting dizzy.
I feel sick. Okay. I've got to throw up, is.
Down the hole. Go.
Alright. Flux pulls a 25 on her athletics checks. With another 3, it brings it up to 28.
28, yeah.
I guess we should make some room.
Flap on the back of the shoulder from the owl. Flux sort of stretching side to side like, what's going on? I don't know. Gets up, just jogs through. I swear to you, she jogs. Doesn't even flinch. Doesn't seem to even look at the knives, which spin with such perfect accuracy that she just completely dodges them, no problem. Makes it over to the other side, gives a bit of a stretch, Looks like another day on track and field for her.
I was gonna say she looked at them and they're like, no, you can go by. That's fine. We don't want to hit you.
I'm just sort of stuffing the players now on that side because I'm running out of room.
Oh yeah. I'll make space for them. I guess I'll step in, let them in.
So yeah, I think we should all step in now.
And feel free to walk into the room, check your way around. Full control over your minis.
Jade, I know this might be difficult for you, but please don't touch anything until we figure this out.
I can think of as Iago from Aladdin. Or not Iago, sorry, Abu from Aladdin with the red gem.
Well, I kind of was imagining that Alex says that nervously, and he's like, "Sure thing, the wine's good."
I was picturing like you saying, "Oh yeah, don't touch nothing." Yeah, as I'm shoveling the last piece of treasure into a pocket. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I was mostly doing it for jokes. I'm not really bothered. Just Indiana Jones style. You pick up the MacGuffin, the ceiling collapses.
Speaking of
But
which, is that Jade's first point of action upon entering the room?
What, do after treasure? No, I'm not touching nothing yet.
Jade
We've
walks
had
in the most dangerous state, hands in his pockets.
it's real serious if Jade isn't picking up anything. I guess I'll look at these bones.
So an investigation check.
Oh, investigation. Okay.
Perception will only get you so far on these worn-out old dusty bones.
Well, I should probably guide someone who's better at investigation than me then. I have a paltry +2.
I'll do it.
Jillian, you want me to pop your mini in that room?
Sure, yeah.
I'm just gonna toss
It's
you
just
straight.
most of it. So much of this is just us like figuring stuff out. I wasn't really paying too much attention to where my token is.
I wonder why. I might have asked. Dun dun dun.
I was about
Oh, I
to
know
say.
why.
I only ever get the updates every once in the blue or when I'm gonna do something. So you know, sometimes I like to keep it fresh. But who's gonna roll that investigation check?
I will.
Certainly not me. I am listening, you guys, but I just have to report to you that I found a TikTok account where this guy makes sandwiches from all over the world, and like, no offense, Dean, but I think I just found my soulmate.
Oh my word!
Okay.
You swore me his digits. I'm in for that.
Hey, is that like the guy that rolls dice to see what kind of sandwich he makes?
I have seen that guy. This is a different guy. This is more. He's more on like the more mainstream side of TikTok, where a lot of things are like aesthetic and like a little ASMR, where that you can hear the knife really cutting really bad, but it's not like an obnoxious ASMR thing.
Oh,
I'll send you this one that I'm watching right now.
It's about the experience, the feel of the whole thing.
It's just every single sandwich I would eat in a heartbeat. I love sandwiches. Dean knows this. I absolutely am obsessed with sandwiches.
Sandwiches are great.
They're my favorite. If I could pick one thing to eat, like, and I know this is kind of cheating, but like any variety of sandwich would be my one thing that I would eat for the rest of my life. If I could only eat sandwiches for the rest of my life, I would be happy.
Sandwiches. Oh my, oh my. Oh, Jade's got a 17 on investigation. He's probably given the firm shoulder shrug at this time. It looks familiar, but you can't place it as you look it over.
Is it? Does it look draconic, like flux?
Oh, as for the body itself, this would be for like the stuff that's on it to try to figure out a where. If you're talking about a who or a what, that's just going to be a straight up nature check on it.
Okay. Alright, sorry. Yeah, that's what I was at. First of all, what is this? So I can give that a roll. Can I guide myself in this one?
Oh yeah, you're in no rush.
What's the point? Okay.
With 9 on nature.
Alright.
Your character just nods and says, that ain't human, this humanoid.
Okay, I see. I'll go sit there. I see how it is, Foundry.
Game's like, I helped you out in the fight, not in the skill checks.
I assume Arcana, History, or Religion won't help.
You can give a
Gonna
shot
ask
for...
if... Sorry, you go ahead. Sorry, you guys finish off first.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say religion is on the table if you wanted to try to examine the belongings or anything, as is nature knowledge to try to identify WTF.
I was gonna ask, I have survival trained. Would that be...
You can give that a shot as well for the
Okay,
trying to figure out what this creature was.
Okay.
I have survival trained as well. Can I assist her?
Yep.
Not too bad. I'll roll one more time. Just in case.
With your 21 base for survival, looking over the form and looking at the pile of bones as dusty as they are, you recognize the bones sprayed all out, as messed as they are now, as completely spread around. By their hollow and blank design, by the length of a few of them and style, you recognize most of the spare bones seemingly avian in nature, mostly the bones you'd see in a set of wings.
Oh, looking here, Kaka.
I will share that with the group.
Except this thing certainly has arms and legs and a head as well, as a body.
And my religion check.
With a 28 on religion, examining the armor of Torm, glancing through, you recognize it in similar to design to what Zariel and her troops would wear, though considerably more dated and aged. And if you're curious to try to determine how this thing died, that'd be a medicine check.
I've got a plus 13 in medicine. I could give it a shot. Although,
Good boy.
I also had plus 8 to nature. Did do much good. Let's see. I didn't use my guidance from the nature check. I thought it was pointless, so maybe I can use it here.
20. With a 20, you can determine that whatever this thing was essentially killed, almost by what appears to be mummification. Its body still fairly intact, just the skin stretched down to the very bone, turned into a solidified object, as if its very life force was completely drained out of it.
Interesting.
We'll immediately look around her to see if the thing that did it is nearby.
Alec looks at those grates.
Nimbar looks at the book. Any objection to me picking up the book?
No. I think... I don't know if I can say that. I don't know if that's too much Dean and not enough Alec.
I toss the book up as a handout. It's just a spell book. As for the staff,
I feel like these vents made a vacuum.
I'll put what the staff is in the handout section, but I'm going to put it as a spoiler, so you just unlock it whenever you get the chance to identify the thing. It's a magic.
I can guess identify.
That's why I put it in handouts. So, to summarize, you found the withered body of a winged humanoid wearing the same sort of armor that Zariel and her troops would have worn. Not the Hellrider armor, The sort of stuff provided by Torm himself.
Was the armor intact?
Yes and no. It's all there, but by no means would you be able to use it as an efficient suit of armor anymore. It's long since worn out and lost any properties that once would have held.
Okay, alright, no worries.
Though gleaming and as magnificent as it would have been at one time, however.
Are these jars or pots or containers, whatever they are they in the room?
Yep, one is solid gold and the other one looks to be crafted of solid platinum. The lids of which can be opened, in fact.
Is there any kind of draft or air moving around those vents?
You can give a survival check to try to determine if there is an air direction. I mean, if you were outside, I'd say you could pull a Tiger Woods, rip up some grass, and throw it into the air like a golfer. But
Yeah.
right now you're going to have to stick a finger in your mouth and hold it out in midair like, north, south, southwesterly, I see. With 31 on survival, you feel absolutely nothing coming out of the pipes. They appear quite sealed, though there is a draft that does lead back into the room from whence you came, as air naturally draws out from this room into there. But with no breeze entering or exiting those pipes, you would assume they're presently sealed. At some point or another. Beyond that, treasure everywhere, locked door to the south, barred door to the east.
Does it look like there's any way to cover these grates from this side?
You could attempt to, but there are a lot of them, so you'd need a pretty good method. Beyond that, they're fairly flush to the floor, so...
Yeah. I'm suspicious.
Things are like the last room was too quiet. There's something bad here.
There's definitely something bad here.
And I can't decide if it's the treasure that's the trap or the door that's the trap.
That's the thing, innit? Because the door's locked, and the other two doors are stuck.
If this turns out to be a trap, I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna check the door for traps.
You walk up to the door to check for traps. Give me that roll. The stealth roll, because we, the way it all adds up. With a 28, it appears to be not trapped, just locked. You gonna try and unlock that door?
Yep.
Go ahead, give it a roll. With a 33 on the roll, you have failed to unlock the door. Oh, that fell to your minimum 10 too.
Yeah, I rolled a 3 and a 4. I was like, wow.
Jade's like, this has never happened to me before.
Okay, I'm gonna crack my knuckles and try this once more.
Alrighty, give it another roll as you begin to strain the lock. Repeated failures may lead to a break of a lock.
I'll give him guidance when I see him go back in.
We just assume that he gets it the first time, and
So,
That guidance.
yep.
Jade's sweating the second time. Looks like a surgeon as he's going to work. He's like, oh crap, and Alex sort of speaks up at that specific moment. Hey, didn't you twist that way that time and then it didn't work? And Jade's like, right, and pushes up and it clicks open. With a 36, you are successful in unlocking the door, which I've unlocked for you.
Who wants to open it?
Mage hand. The hand kind of waves at you. Are you letting you back up before I actually open it?
Go ahead.
More or less. Yeah. I don't know how far back people want to be.
I guess I'll step in line with Jade.
Alright, mage hand.
As it opens the door to the next room, you see another gear slowly spinning around in a circle, and from above it, a beam of light shining down onto one side only. There's one over here that shimmers lightly. Now, you know these are in motion, but oh my god. Good, but not that good.
Okay. We'll have this float over here.
It floats over to there.
Can it? The bun do they look like buttons or?
Nope.
Does this one resemble the push from previous floors or?
Nope.
Just,
You best
okay.
not forgetting that.
All right. I'm not going to. I'm not going to, but good to know.
There's no specific wordings, though the symbol on that does indicate it is an unlocking mechanism of some form.
Let's step to here, and then to here.
And stepping on this one would be a trivial matter. There's nothing to restrict you or require in athletics or acrobatics. So.
I'm just like waiting for the trap, and you're like stepping here, and I'm like, oh god.
No, like I said, it's a trivial matter. You tramp right on it. Right on it.
I put my hand out into the light.
It's warm.
Doesn't hurt or anything though.
You're not a vampire, bro. You're good. Don't worry.
Alright. Again, I'm just not trusting anything in this dungeon.
I mean, if you're closer to the ginger coloration like I am, maybe the light would burn a little, but you're fine.
Alright, we'll touch this one.
You tap, 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 tap.
And then we tap the other one.
Tap, tap with a hand. Tap, tap.
And stand on one.
Just sort of hold your hands out, like, you know that meme where he looks left, looks right, like, what's going on? Nothing seems to happen.
If anyone has any thoughts.
The whole team just watching you from the doorway, giving you that thumbs up, you know, the double thumbs up.
Throw your cloak over the symbol so the light doesn't hit it anymore.
Alright, we'll do that. So covering the symbol so the light can't touch it.
Well, there's no light touching that one.
Sorry, I meant like this one.
Alright, so you're going to stand on top of the other one?
So I'm like right here. I'm like covering it with my cloak.
Alright, so you cover it with your cloak. Now what?
Nothing happened.
Nope.
Hey, I stand on
Give me a wisdom save.
it.
Oh no, you're bad at those.
I get a +6.
As a gigantic beam
You
of
have
light
+6?
intensifies and strikes
Didn't fucking
from
matter.
above.
I can't save that.
No, you can't. What happened?
Let me just take a look here. I gotta make sure. Alright. A solid beam of light increases in intensity and ferocity as the moonbeam spell, or at least the effect thereof, takes effect on top of you, burning down with a 9th level copy. As you
Shit.
take 65 points.
Ow. Ow.
I'm assuming radiant damage. I was giving a pause so I could read, the dramatic pause. It is radiant, yep.
Yeah.
As you get hit by a 9th
You
level
said it was the
moonbeam.
moonbeam spell?
Yep. A kind of. The effect is
Yeah, 'cause
similar to
moonbeam
the
is
spell of
con.
moonbeam. What?
Moonbeam is con.
Yeah, but the dungeon trap is wisdom.
That's fine. I just,
I
I
totally-
that's why I was.
I'm
That's why
giving
I
the
was
nod
confused.
here. You're 100% correct, and I'm looking... Because I said I'm using the actual notes for the dungeon. You're 100% correct. It's a wisdom save to get around it. Now, Nimbar jumps back. But Nimbar, give me an Arcana check. Because, as Jillian has pointed out, this is not an atypical moonbeam. They're supposed to be constitution-based. And you can tell with your Arcana of 28 that it was testing you. Should you have passed that wisdom throw, the door would have unlocked. But instead, you've taken the damage. Someone who can stand there with their wisdom against the moonbeam will unlock the door.
I'll let the others know. And then I'm not going to look at Dean, but I'm going to look at Dean.
That's just kind of Alex just watching on. You know that clip of The Simpsons when Homer's in church and he's just in his head. He's just going da 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 da.
Poor Homer.
And eventually, it feels people looking at him. Me? Okay.
I mean,
Alright.
you have the highest chances for success.
I could try as well. I'm not that far off from him.
So,
Luxus is also okay, and I have health points to spare. I have a +8, which isn't as high as probably Jade and Dean, but also remember
Indomitable.
I have more. Well, no, my abdominals are spent for the day,
Oh, right,
but I
right.
also I have hit points. Like I have more hit points, so I could take the damage from that and still have more hit points than Jade or Alec. That's just something else. Like I don't care who tries it. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that. Like
I have a question then. Since if we fail, we know the attack comes. Does it count as an attack I can see coming?
But you're not being attacked. You're attempting to pass a wisdom save. Pass unlocks door. Fail, you get hit by the moonbeam, which is an effect of damage from failing. So you've already failed the check in question. As much as I'd love to be able to let you dodge or take half damage,
parts?
No. But I understand exactly where you're coming from, and I give the thumbs up. It's basically you're standing there while the moonbeam hits, and your willpower is being put to the test, is the idea of the trap, from what I can see looking it over.
Oh, wait. I just wanted to see if I could trigger that.
I could always wild shape into something to give myself some more hit points as well. And then walk under it. I don't mind trying it.
Come on.
I know numerically I have the best chance. But we know what my dice rolls are like. Okay.
Jade's close, and so is Flux, and Flux has tons of health, as she's pointed out.
Right.
Why don't we just take turns?
Well, I guess the question is who goes first.
We could.
The sneaky, speedy road will go first.
I was gonna say we could roll dice for it, but I guess if.
Well, you're all discussing that. Jade will try.
Everyone's being nice. Jade's like, forget it. I haven't played a game of Cards with Death in a little bit. And speaking of which, when Alec went down, what he saw earlier, I almost forgot. Nimbar was playing a game of Dragon Chess against Death, and Nimbar was sweating. You come over, and Death is like, oh, I have a seat for you too, and has a second board, playing both of you at the same time. And goddamn if he wasn't even that much better because of it. You don't know who ended up winning because you were brought back so quick, but hey. So you go ahead. You give me that roll, Dan, for wisdom save. As you're struck by a moonbeam from above.
I believe in you. There's Fergus. Fergus grumbled in support.
Good puppy.
I'll use my point of inspiration and give myself advantage on the roll.
I was gonna ask, can Fergus give him inspiration?
Tempting. With a 26, you successfully pass. As the beam of light strikes down, then your character's sense of willpower is stronger. The energies flow into the pedestal at your feet instead of you. And you hear the doors in the next couple of areas locking and opening. One here, and one up this way, to the room with the barred door. Now, what you might notice, however, as I'll turn the light on, is a shimmering from the cog in the back. A brightened light that seems to reflect from the middle of the cog, as if calling you forth. While here, a set of bladed hands continually spin on top of a cog. Again, only 5-foot clearance. You'd assume athletics to get around the area. But beyond that, you do notice a door to the southeast. But no pedestals or platforms or anything in this area to unlock it.
I feel like we probably have to stand on this one past will save, which will then open this door.
Alan, are we going until 3 today?
Let me check. Yeah, we can go a bit late today. I asked my wife and she said yes.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna go pee.
Alright. If everyone's up to playing a little later, we can push through this dungeon a bit more.
Yes, I want to finish it. Figure it out.
You're like, I can taste level 20, man. So, Flux taking a quick step out. You have the bladed spinning hands before you, a single door, and a door to the north. What's the plan now?
To walk through.
Jade's gonna run that athletics check again to get up to the other side.
Before he does that, I'm going to reduce first myself and hop in his pocket.
Alrighty.
I'll give him some guidance. You can see what he's gearing up to do.
And I will say, with the light having been used, it no longer shines on the pedestal where Jade stands. So you go ahead, Dan, give us that roll. Oh, there we go. 16 plus. 23 is a 19. You got anything else on that?
I can use wheel to give him a d6. Yep, so I'll do that.
Alrighty. Hey, he gets a +6 on it too. Look at that. With a 25, Jade makes his way across to the other side, taking a certain wizard with him. I'll just move the mini to save you a minute. Do the same here for you. As you both arrive on the other side and fill out even more of the map. Look at that, it's almost done. So
I'm going to hop down, resize myself, and try. Can I unbar these?
Yep. Unbarring those doors is easy enough. Opening them up.
And then we open the door. I suppose they're already open.
I just realized I could have knocked that door open.
Well, if it's barricaded, can it remove a barricade with knock?
Yep.
Alright.
I'm like, oh yeah, knock. I have that now.
So what's the plan now? You see a shiny pedestal in front of you. The wheels and gears here not spinning. The blade itself moving at such an incredibly slow pace that it would be child's play to walk around it.
I step on it.
Alrighty. Give me strength or give me athletics or acrobatics to combat a grapple. As mechanical metal ethereal arms reach up from the cogwheel as it spins, attempting to grab you. $16. Letting that hover for a minute.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do to boost that.
Jade is grappled and held down as the sword slowly spins and slices your form.
Is this a magical grapple?
No, they're mechanical arms. I learned my lesson. Well, actually, you know what? They are ethereal, so... The dungeon says ethereal, so they're magical.
They can't restrain me.
So you are free. And you're just gonna walk your way out as the arms twist and turn and grab on top of the area. Where you are not grappled due to the nature of it, you hear a door opening to the south as the arms pull the pedestal down in line with the cogwheel itself.
This will float over. Another door, guys.
This cogwheel, at first glance, appears to be off-kilter. However, that actually looks like it's its design, as it wobbles to and from, spinning at a very fast speed. Getting across it will require incredible balancing work. And of course, across from that, you see a door.
Which means I'm most likely going to have to go so I can check for traps and unlock and stuff.
Yeah, and then I should go in your pocket, just in case you need me.
Alrighty.
In your
Sorry, are the blades in this room still
They
spinning?
still spin. It would be an athletics check to get through that area.
Okay.
Or some tomfoolery.
I'll give him more guidance if he's going. In fact, I know he's already carrying the bar. Just going to see if you want to take my owl so I can give you it repeatedly, but you're already.
Well, I mean, so what's going to happen is we're going to cross here to here, and then from here to there. So if you put your owl here, he can kind of tap his back as we go by.
Oh, yeah, let's summon. Yes, just. Like, summon and just. Yeah, I can do that.
The owl's like, oh god, more sickness.
So the owl's between the two areas.
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not a wall.
Ignore that 6. It was supposed to be a D4, not a D6.
If I put myself behind the wall, so you can't go out.
So we got an 18A.
So that's a 24 for Jade?
The 6 doesn't count, so it's only an 18.
Oh, 18. By the time you make it over to where the owl is, unfortunately you were not smooth enough to dodge those blades, one of which nicks you on the way by, as you take 11 points of slashing damage.
That's an annoyance.
Their saver sucks fails, so, you know. At the halfway mark, you must now balance your way across with another athletics check to get to the door.
Owl gives him a peck of encouragement to give him guidance.
Can I just walk on the wall?
Yep.
Do I still need the athletics check for that?
Nah, it's a wall. High-level campaigns sometimes have high-level solutions, even if they're a low-level solution too. Climb speed. It's handy for that scenario. The blades, not so much, they gon' get you. But you make your way to the door, as the rest of the party peers from around the corner like, oh, he did it, yeah.
Check for traps.
You go ahead. Give me that stealth roll. With a 38, you find it odd, but it doesn't seem to be trapped.
Is it
Maxie's
locked?
senses are tingling, and it is indeed locked. And give me a dex save. Hey, nice. As you go to open the door, you do indeed spring an undetectable trap, which is why Tabaxi's senses were tingling. Sort of the DM's way of giving that little nod. As you pop the door open, it releases a massive burst of electricity. Fortunately, those tingly Tabaxi senses means you dodged any damage that would have come from it as you roll the door open. And what you see before you at the end of the maze does catch your attention, as a large spherical platform spins up to the top, locking in place. Another elevator of sorts. Though at the very far side of it, you do see one spot here, a multi-slanted pillar, which seems to afford some information and communication for more information on the dungeon itself. More on that with investigation, mind you. The big thing is to get the rest of the party over to here now.
Okay.
And when I say investigation, I mean the natural ability, not the skill. Just, going and checking things out sometimes.
So, I'm in pocket. Oh, actually, I was in his pocket. Did I have to make the deck save?
Oh,
Or
yeah.
does he make it for both of us?
No, you gotta make it too. You're right along, I'm gonna be mean. You take 21 points of lightning damage as the electricity crackles over your body, Vader style.
Ow.
May the 4th be with you.
To get across here was a check.
Yep, athletics in order to get across twice on both of those spots. Unless you have some way to traverse the other area, an alternate way, like crawling on a wall or something.
Isn't Misty Step your signature spell from Eyes of Mithra?
No, polymorph is.
I can reduce someone, if you'd like to be Pocket Alex, and then Flux can kind of carry you.
No, that's not, I'll just polymorph myself into something with a climb speed, and
I think you still have to do the.
You still have to do the athletics through the blades.
Yep.
or yeah. I'm trained in athletics. I'll bring my own back to cast guidance on me, and then I'll
Put it on yourself. You don't need to bring your own back.
oh yeah.
Sorry.
Getting sleepy here. Yeah, so cast guidance on myself, then I'll polymorph myself into something. Bear with me on that. I can't think of what's like. Sorry?
A gorilla. Giant gorilla.
Yeah, well,
Give you athletics
giant-
too, right?
does the giant ape not be too big to get through this space? Because it's huge, not large, so that's.
Oh yeah. My bad.
No. You can do it.
Oh, he's gonna shrink you.
I should.
So, I'm going to be a miniature giant ape.
yeah. That'll be great.
Alright, okay.
Alright, just grab the stat block for the giant ape. Give me your rolls. Make it a little easy.
Well, you know what the horrifying thing is, though, is that
They get a plus
the
9
athletic-
athletics.
yeah, it's not as much as you would think for a giant ape, dude.
Well, they only CR 7, so you know.
Yeah, sounds about right.
At least the ape just takes the damage.
Yeah.
5 points of slashing damage as you get cut up on the way across.
Okay.
And once across, of course, you got your climb speed to get through. And Jillian, it's Flux's turn.
Yep. Just an athletics check?
Yep, you got to make 2 of them total. The second one you'll have guidance on, though. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. After you see everybody else getting through, your character just starts jogging as if it's nothing. The wobbly stuff, she hops from area to area to get over to where everyone else is. Just gives you all the look like, what? This is what I do. This is how I train. It's like that, you know, the Shaolin monk masters when they jump from post to post to post, training and fighting as if they were walking on the ground. Yeah, she kind of has that look going on.
Let's just show it off. Rude. Okay.
So you find in front of yourselves what appear to be a control panel on an elevator.
Is there a spot for the gem?
Yep.
And you said that the thing was like instructions, or just like this? Is that just the slot for the gem?
Just a slot for the gem and what appears to be some control functions as well, and extra stuff that you're not 100% sure of.
Alright, well, let's put the gem in.
And as you walk over and place the gem in, the rooms themselves begin to light up, and floating in the air in front of them, words appear. Instructions, guides, general documentation, all the sort of information you'd like to get. There's a lot of it, though, and a lot to go through. Unfortunately, it seems to match the words that you know how to read best. If it's common, or draconic, or elven even, depending on what your nature would be, those are what you would see in mid-air, clear as day. Taking a gander through them will take you about a good hour. But if you'd like, I can give a summary of what you'd read going through it.
Yes, please.
Because I'm guessing well, I suppose y'all don't need to heal up, but, you know, short rest if you want to have it.
How did you get? Oh, the moonbeam hurt you, Nimbar.
Moonbeam, and then I got shocked.
Do you want to take a rest, or you want?
Nope,
Me to,
I'm at a hit dice.
do you want me to heal you then?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay.
Well, since Nimbar can't take advantage of a short rest, he could do the reading while the rest of anybody who needs a rest. But the rest of you look like you're in pretty good shape, so
Yeah, we could probably all
There's-
read it, to be honest.
yeah, there's only so much extrapolation I can do. Like, and there's a book in front of you. What do you do? Well, obviously you read it. Like,
Yeah.
the process would take about an hour for all of you going over it, and any of you'd be able to read. The information in it is fairly generic, but of fairly decent value. As it turns out, you find yourself seated on top of an elevator platform that will take you down to the inner workings of Kintyre. There's a note, however. The city's present state of disarray, where it is basically taken apart into a bajillion pieces and floating around, has been done on purpose. There are 4 gems inside of Kintyre, and at least 3 of them need to be hooked back into the main power. They were all disconnected from the main lines, the city itself put into a hibernative sleep mode, implying that it can be fully brought back online, fully functional once more with the magics and machinations beneath the surface. However, it's a rather large area, but this elevator would take you down to the first crystal. You need to at least get 3 of them powered in order to make it to the center of this city. It's the entire main citadel on complete lockdown, as the power is on a reserve function. The other thing, since the city is presently decimated, transportation by this elevator would take quite some time, hours in fact, to get you down to the lower levels. You'd also be limited in the areas you can get through, and, as you notice as well as you're reading through, there is a notice that one zone, one of the 4 crystals, is completely outside the barrier due to very low power levels inside of Kintyre. So there is actually a small portion of the city that has long since been exposed to the outside. It's crystal beyond your grasp, as it is beyond the wall. But that's not much of an issue, since you only need to access 3 to get enough power to open the main gates. There's also some notes here of great treasure down inside of there, including documentation for what you can read specifically to be Straken's private quarters, where some of the greatest treasures are said to lay. Probably catch anyone's interest. It seems to make a large area, but the underground map itself appears quite large and spans the majority of the city. The 3 crystals you'd have to find your way between to activate spread far and wide in a very large labyrinth-like dungeon. The inner workings of the city. If you can bring them back online, you can gain access to the center. And, from what you read in the documentation, you can find something called Mavius, a name you've heard before. The main control center for the entire city and its incredible arsenal. Because you may take note that it lists hundreds of incredibly powerful weapons. Something about a cannon, but you can't find much information further. Perhaps once you're down inside, you might find out more. But flipping through the notes, you can all give me an Arcana check if you'd like. Flux is like, this place sounds really cool. Sorry, Jillian. Nimbar rolls a nat 20.
I don't think anyone's
funny.
I don't think anyone's getting better than me.
With a 15 in Arcana, Alec would note that it looks like a heck of a nice weapon. With a 22 in Arcana, Jade would note that, oh yeah, any cannon powered by crystals off void energy would be incredibly powerful. And John, I'm going to send you a quick message.
Yeah, who needs to roll high when making through the dungeon? Take the damage, that's fine. We just want the roll high for the knowledge.
It's up to you how your character responds to the knowledge that you've gained, John. But I sent you a quick message. Beyond that, one thing that might catch Jade's notice, however. There is an item that does not belong in the pedestal. It looks to be the hilt of a weapon, with nothing else attached whatsoever. No crossguard, nothing of the sort.
God damn it, I was on mute.
Oh, sorry, Dan, sorry. That sucks, man. I thought he was thinking, like, doing the Indiana Jones moment. What's up?
We would never know the difference, Dan.
I know, I'm so quiet all the time, right? No, I said I left all the other treasure behind because I thought it was a trap. So I'm just going to take this unless someone stops me.
I'll take the silence.
Can anyone stop you?
Enemy's like, no! Wait, I'm a ghost! Damn it! Jade wraps his hand around said hilt, and as he pulls it free, he notes it was about half an inch driven into where it was, but when you pull it free, as mentioned, no blade. Very circular in design, almost seems crystalline as you look down the front of it, instead of actually being made of metal. Though, as you look towards the pedestal, you can see a hole straight down into it, the length of at least a long sword.
Well, unless someone stops me again, I'm going to put it up there so that it would be sticking up like the actual blade was attached.
It's a stick, basically, in your hand at this point. Flipping it around and turning it around doesn't seem to do much. Whether or not it's a magical stick, well, that's going to require another day of identification.
It's a cool stick. I like sticks. Sticks are cool.
So, guys, about this weapon, the destructive ability of this weapon comparable to a nuke.
Well, your character
Now,
didn't know
Nimbar wouldn't say nuke, but he would say, like, give them the idea. But I don't really.
A single shot could take out Waterdeep.
Would Nimbar be aware of the damage caused by the Zariel's flying ship exploding?
That took out a couple blocks. That's not that big.
Alright, so
like, he'd totally be aware.
This is big.
A clean shot would wipe out Waterdeep.
What would a clean shot do to a palace made of obsidian?
Good question.
Yeah.
It put a pretty big hole in it, that's for sure.
Really piss someone off.
I feel like that's what we do best, piss people off.
Not wrong. Yeah. So, I think we descend at this point?
I think so. Unless, Jade, you want to go back for the treasure? We've got, like, a couple of ways in and out of that room now. Or am I just tempting fate here?
I just sent him a message. So you may need a half sec anyway. Unless you've got yourself on mute again, Dan.
Oh no, I'm not muted. You just gave me something to think about, so I have to think about that. But yeah, I mean, you're operating a rogue whose whole thing is collection of shinies, a chance to go back and get the shinies.
Push your luck or start... Oh, right, and I gotta jump forward an hour here, don't mind me. There we go. It's literally minutes to midnight in game time. At the 2400 mark, you can actually take a long rest. I'll just make note of that. Because you remember, we reset the days, we got everything back to normalized. Your last long rest was at the 2400 mark for an 8-hour ride. And as it so happens, that elevator is going to take 8 hours to take you where you need to go. Glass elevator, it is not. Slow elevator, it most certainly is. With plenty of pauses and breaks along the way as it waits for the city to move into the positions it needs to get to where it needs to go. You'll also be level 20.
Yay.
Unlimited wild shape.
It's gonna be dangerous. I'll have to outright kill you to kill you. That's gonna be the trick.
Well, I mean, I'm not a moon druid, so it's not quite as scary. But I can now just always be a Super Saiyan.
That's pretty cool.
Well, if we're hitting level 20, that means no attack can have advantage on me.
That's not cool.
Oh, so are we
giving
taking a long rest now, or are we finishing first?
I think we're just trying to decide
Once you jump that elevator, you'll get a long rest because it's going to be an 8-hour trip. I combined the two to make it fun and efficient for the team.
Oh, I understand.
Just be happy
Okay.
there's no elevator music.
Sorry.
The only thing we were debating right now is whether or not Jade's going back for all the treasure.
That has to... You know what I think of when I think of Jade? I think of it... Because, like, whenever you ask our opinion if you should do something or not, I just am, like, fully surrender to, like, your chaos. It's like... I trust you enough to make reasonable risks. I always think of, like, the meme... I don't know if it's made its way around. I think it's from, like, a poem or something, but it's like, the risk I made was calculated, but man, I'm bad at math.
Oh, God,
Yes,
yeah.
yes,
That's
yes.
like... That's Jade.
Also, I took a peek at that staff from earlier. If we already have one, would I just know what it is?
You got a long rest coming, so either way, yes. Like,
Yeah.
it won't even cost you anything to find out. Don't worry.
Because I was just gonna say we already have a staff of power.
Yep. The Staff of Power is a nice staff. So then, Dan, what you doing? You going back for treasure, or you gonna move on? I'm also gonna do the DM thing and hold up a sign that says "Point of No Return." Once you go on this elevator, you cannot come back.
Oh, then I'm going back for treasure. And I posted a picture in Off Topic. Pictures.
It works. It's a cat. Alright, so give me the athletic checks for Jade to save me some time as you make your way back across the clock. No problem. You're back in the other room. I'm gonna do this the lazy way and cut you across the map since you've already seen it all. Which treasure are you going for?
I think I'm gonna be in his pocket.
Alright. Which treasure are you going for?
The chest.
Okay.
John, did you take those points of healing?
Oh no, I missed
It was
that.
only 26. I
26.
rolled
Okay.
absolutely abysmally on the
Hey,
second spell.
that's better than the nothing.
As Jade steps forward and places hands on that chest as he begins the process, To his horror and dismay, he comes to realize it is sealed in place, part of the surroundings, part piece and parcel to the entire area, a solid block. No way to naturally remove it. But worse than that is the hissing sound that you hear as the DM says to you and for Nimbar to roll con saves. As green noxious gas pours from below, erupting into the air through the pipes beneath your feet as you trigger a gas trap.
Oh boy.
Alrighty. Nimbar, you take half of 19 points of damage. Jade takes 19 points of damage. Well, half of that because you got your evasion. And you are also poisoned.
I think evasion only works for dexterity saving throws.
Oh, poop, you're right. Thank you, Jillian.
You're welcome.
How to tell the game's going too long on the DM. His brain's starting to fry. And with that, this room is filled with gas. You need to GTFO. It's also going to creep into the rooms behind you at a rate of 1 room every 3 turns.
Time to go.
Well, it was worth a look. Run away!
Poison creature has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So you give me that athletics check at disadvantage.
Roll higher, Dan. Come on.
No,
He's
no.
That's
Oh,
a
he got
cheat.
he failed anyway with a 16.
I can't
know,
roll
but-
for.
Oh, he already fails with the 16? Oh, I
Yeah.
see. I was hoping a 16 was a pass in that. Gotcha.
Oh, I can't roll below 16.
14 points of slashing damage as you run along the roof next. Coughing and coughing with Nimbar in tow. Nimbar muttering something about not coughing like this since Dusty brought out some of the old hobbit leaf.
Alec looks over was dead. Didn't work out, did it?
No.
And smoke is quickly filling this bottom floor, much like a bad toaster burning the bread.
Can we close the door behind us?
It was electrified.
Can Flux close the door behind us?
I can try. We'll try.
Give me a dex save.
Okay.
With a 24, you take half damage, 8 points of lightning damage. And are you resistant for
Oh.
lightning for
I am resistant, so how much?
4 points?
Gotcha.
As you pretty much shrug that one off and close that door up behind yourselves. In a few moments, the outside area will be filled with noxious gas and most certainly a death trap for anyone looking to escape. So now you really do know have only one direction to go.
To the left!
You said lift, not left, folks, in case you were confused.
Both are accurate.
It works.
Well, the inner workings of Kintyre Way. Did the team head onwards?
Yep.
It's going to, by the end of this 8 hours, we are going to be sick of the elevator being.
Is that where the elevator is? I don't know where the elevator is, honestly.
Oh yeah, it's that big car.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm using some
D-
artistic liberty for that part, but you know.
D.
Oh, Belby's with us, wherever she is.
The DM has been moving her token along. She's actually in the top corner, up this way, chilling.
Perfect.
Well then, you flick a switch, the gears spin, and slowly begins its descent into the depths of Kintyre. And
Oh, we're
Nimbar takes a
going
running
down?
jump to make it. Oh yeah,
Oh,
further and
interesting.
further. The inner workings of the city itself. As you work to restore 3 of the 4 crystals, the 4th one being outside the barrier, which would also make sense if people have been pilfering these areas for millennia now. If part of the city was outside, that does make sense as to how pieces of it have found their ways throughout the cosmos. But this is a wonderful spot. to stop for this session. Because, I mean, honestly, that's it. That's this floor taken care of as you slowly descend. I'm going to skip forwards 8 hours. Your characters can all get their long rest as you start the 17th of Nighthall. I'm pausing the game, mind you. And for next session, you'll all be level 20. And Jade will have a nice new sword. Would everybody like fun spoilers on what he has?
A lightsaber. Sorry, for trademark purposes. A
Yep.
variation on
Yes,
a
please.
sunblade.
Exactly. He has a modified Sunblade that will give his rolls on damage for sneak attacks a bonus, among a few other things. But you know, a nice end-game weapon for a rogue. You'll find out exactly what by next time we play. As mentioned, no game next week, but I'll make that weapon for you, Dan, and we'll have that in so that you can have time to check it over. But by all means, once you've all got your level 20s, let me know. I'll give them a read over and get them pumped up in the foundry so you're ready to do some real butt kicking. And as mentioned... oh, yes?
I was just gonna say, I just wanted to remind everyone about that blessing of fleetness of foot.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't happen to do a custom? Are you able to do like a custom item that would apply those status changes? Or
I am going to because I completely forgot. Let me just
oh,
grab
okay,
that,
perfect.
and I'm gonna make a.
I just saw it
handout.
at the top of the chat, so I figured I would say it before it got forgotten again.
Yep, I am putting that in handouts so that I can make an item for that for everybody to have. I'll just make it something basic that doesn't require attunement. Maybe shoes. Shoes of fleet feet.
You can also make custom feats that we can just add on the D&D Beyond. You can add character sheets. I don't know feats. I don't know how that would work for Foundry.
Oh,
but
will
I
I do
completely
anything?
forgot about
Well,
that.
if you can do custom feats, I would love to fill in my 6th level slot that is still blank because I gave up one of my feats for the Zweihander.
I will also say, as mentioned for your level 20s, if you wanted to tweak, replace a couple of your feats or anything like that that you've acquired for your last 19 levels, by all means, you can tweak it around a little bit. Have a little bit of fun with it, get prepped, because this is it. This is the end. Your last level up. Congratulations. You've made level 20. The little achievement pop up in the corner on your screen. Xbox achievement. Level 20 character reached.
We're in a very small percentage of players, I think.
Oh, yeah. Not only being level 20, but going through the run to get there. Over 4 years now. Or so.
Yeah, not these level 20 one-shot posers.
You went through the pain and earned it. But you know what this means, right? There's
Campaigns coming to it?
Well, get beyond that. There are no further levels in D&D. There's blessings, boons, and bonuses, sure, but that's, for the after campaign. There are no further levels in D&D, which means any monster printed, any challenge put out there, any creature that exists legit, I'm allowed to throw at you now. Anything. And I got some big everythings I'm bringing. It's gonna be so much fun. I cannot wait.
Oh boy. I've seen some of those stat blocks. Some of them are not meant to be fought against.
No, and they have to be boss fights, let's be honest here, but I've got those planned. I got something real nasty planned. So, when we open up next game, I'll give you all a flashback since you're all having 8 hours so you get a rest. So you'll get a flashback, of course, as you sleep into another memory, but we'll get that next week. And you'll be starting on the final dungeon of the campaign of Kintyre, the Underlayers. And Jade gets a wicked new sword. He's gonna have so much fun with his Sunblade. I just got another redaction notice copyright here, 2 in 1 game. That's pretty good. But I've always loved the Sunblade for the rogue. It's such a brilliant weapon that, of course, bringing it up to be a final grade weapon, he's gonna have fun with that. So much fun. I sent Dan the info first. It's like, this is what it is, and he was like, oh, and I'm like, you gotta give me a color, and he gave me one, so, I'll make him a nice one.
By the way, out of curiosity, the item you said that I would get that I would hate, is that?
Oh, I didn't say you were getting an item that you would hate.
Or sorry, you said.
I had a reward for you in mind. There's something in the dungeon that you're going to be super happy with and hate me for at the same time.
Okay, yeah. So it's still coming up.
Oh, definitely. That's in the lower reaches.
Okay, I was curious if you were if it was more or less going to be like the access to this nuke.
Oh no, that's the city
Because
itself.
I love it and hate it. It's both great and terrible.
A single most inspiring weapon, a city built around a gigantic cannon, with the power to wipe out mountains with single shots. The most dangerous weapon Conqueror has to offer. A magic cannon of raw power. Yeah, you get that pointed at an obsidian castle, you're gonna change the entire fate of the battle, ain't you?
Is it like a Doctor Who episode or something? Like, transports a city somewhere and uses it to do something similar?
Sounds like Dean has plans.
There was a Rick and Morty where they teleport like the Citadel of Rick into like the galactic governments
Oh god.
thing.
Well, you know Conqueror can move between dimensions and between planes as of its own power, as it exists in its own demi-plane with its shield around it. If you can get the city powered up, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to teleport it around, right? Why not bring the battle straight back to Evil Dusty? Teleport straight on him, fire that cannon.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like, cost us our ship. Have a city.
If it's Dusty, he knows the inner workings of the city. He can easily take it from us.
Oh, would Dusty, though? Would Evil Dusty? There's a difference between that reincarnation and the old school Straken himself, the one who built it. The reincarnation has shown no knowledge of old Strakey Boy. Otherwise, I really doubt he would have sent you here. He would have been like, don't let them get to the 8th, don't let them toy around. There's something big and bad there, it could ruin all my plans. It's a giant castle that moves. Because I did say a very, very long time. What?
House polluting castle?
Kintyre. Well, the Ruby Palace was always meant to be floating in the night sky, and Kintyre was meant to be a legendary palace, so I combined the two, and this is what I got. So yeah, conquer it. Gain yourselves a new vessel. I did say you'd be getting a new vessel before the end, didn't I?
Oh.
Can't really make it. I think that was actually a Christmas spoiler. Was it, John?
I do not remember.
I think I made mention of you getting a new vessel, and that's sort of what I meant. Big flying city.
I think that maybe now that we're getting a city with a cannon, potentially, we should finally name our group. And what better name than the Loose Cannons?
Oh god.
Didn't we earn a name though?
Yeah, the Champions of Dawn is what Rhea called you when she heard that you saved Kintyre. And Lulu's like, that's a really cute name.
What about that? Okay, scratch that. I forgot.
I like the Loose Cannons, that's pretty good too. Loose Cannons, the Champions of Dawn. There you go, full title. Oh my word.
We like titles so much, your titles got titles.
Oh my god. So there you go. A big bad super dungeon awaits you, so that you can acquire the single greatest weapon. Though I will say, even though it mentioned the super cannon, because that's what I'll refer to it for now, even though these things have names, it did mention numerous other weapons. That certainly is not a one-trick pony, this city. Not much more info given on them, but you'll find out more as you delve through the depths of Kintyre. It's going to be a fun time. I got so many nasty things I'm going to throw at you. I can't wait.
Great. I'm gonna go see to my dog. Have a great Sunday afternoon, everyone, and
Yeah.
I'll see you not next week, but the week after.
Yep.
Was a
always
lot
an
of fun.
awesome time.
Thank you for playing late so we can
I
finish
think-
this level.
Thank you.
No, no worries. Thank you, Alan, for always
Yeah.
running just a solid game.
Aw, thank you, Jillian. I appreciate it. It's going to be a good time to finish up,
Nice.
too.
Yep. All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
See you guys.
Have a good one, everyone. I'll go ahead and post a copy of the map in the handouts later, so, you have yourselves a good one.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Bye.
Have a good one, guys.